What up, what up, what up? We got the new mic in the hand, and this is the Truth Telling Thursday right here on the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. I got my bucket hat on. You can get it at CoachJBStore.com. Plus, head on over to our Slap Nation Discord. Download the Discord app, Slap Nation, and go get you on winnable.com/slap-picks and get with all the cappers today. It's our third day in studio. Each day we're getting a little better, making a little bit of improvement. So we got our little mic. We can walk around the studio, freestyling. I might drop a bar or two. But make sure you head on over to winnable.com. Head on over to CoachJBStore.com and go get you some merch. New polos, Adidas, new bucket hats. We got all kind of gear, short, fast, skinny, and tall. You all can buy our gear today on CoachJBStore.com. We got a loaded show today. Steve Kim, Matt McChesney. We're going to break down everything from NBA Finals Game 3 last night, Luka debacle that everyone's talking about, plus how good the Celtics team really is versus the greats of all time. We're going to dive into that. Plus, we got NFL news, college football news, all things short, fast, skinny, and tall. We keep it real. Let's dive into something real quick, though. Sam Darnold was named the starter in Minnesota. Just shout out to everybody, all you Vikings fans. Joe Accord, a great fan favorite of ours. He's a Minnesota Viking, Minnesota. But who's been telling you guys for months that this guy's going to be the starter in Minnesota? Sam Darnold is the starter in Minnesota. I've been telling you guys this, not J.J. McCarthy, as stated yesterday by Coach O'Connell. Let's dive into it. Sam Darnold is now on his fourth team in the NFL. Sixth head coach, however, and seventh OC. He's 29-38 as a starter and having thrown for over 12,000 plus yards. I think Sam is going to have a standout year, along with my main man, Danny Dimes, as I've been saying on this show. These two QBs are just a few to keep an eye out for come fall. Mark my words, Sam Darnold will make you eat crow in Minnesota. Bailey, let's dive into the show.
I need that sports encyclopedia. We ask Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut. Coach JB. Yeah. Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Morant.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. Hop into
you are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. Use not it. What's the topic? With your logic when I flow. Big Komodo, how it's talking.
Gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves. That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so fast it don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight and I said that guy should be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
The gas, Smitty and Jason Brown.
Coach JB Show.
What up, what up, what up? We're in the building with my main man, Big Smitty.
Ah!
Our third day live, our third day in studio. And we appreciate all the fan support, plus all the dick riders. We love you all. Short, fat, skinny, and tall. I told Big Smitty the other day, I need more haters. My old ones are starting to like me too much.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cold-blooded, man. That's
You
crazy.
don't got no haters. You know, everybody loves you. Me?
Some haters in this chat. It's some haters in this chat, JB. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Yeah, but they call me a hater too. I'm a prime hater.
Yeah.
What else? Everything hater. I'm a hater for everybody.
Do we all hate to some extent on somebody or something?
I like to tell the truth.
I guess it's all perspective.
I think there's a difference. I think there's people out there that don't know the difference. I say it every day on the show. You know, it is what it is.
I hear you.
Let's dive into the show. The Celtics game 3, Smitty, last night, I thought was mid as shit.
Of course
until the Mavs made a 20-2 run. 20-2 run, and then Luka lost him the game by fouling out after complaining to the refs. Smitty, Luka continues to cry like a baby and plays zero defense. I'm just throwing that out there. We're going to dive into that. Robert Saleh continues to take heat on how he handled the Aaron Rodgers debacle as he is not shown up in camp. He seems to think that it's a bigger deal for you and us than it is for him and them in-house. But we're going to dive into that as well and the latest press conference. Plus, my intro, Sam Darnold was named starter in Minnesota for the start of camp. I've been saying that for some time now, but what do I know? And the Dodgers enhance an already loaded roster by adding Kayvon Biggio from Toronto. We're going to dive into the Dodgers, the Doyers, the best team in Major League Baseball. And Joey Chestnut's back in the news, Smitty, because you called him throat goat or something like that yesterday.
The glizzy gobbler.
Yeah, you called him a lot of disrespectful things, along with Luka and Stephen A.
I'm showing love.
Joey, who's a fan favorite, I've been a fan of Joey for a while. He's going to face off head-to-head in a sanctioned event with Kobayashi on Labor Day for what they call a Weiner take-all.
Ooh, I can't wait for that. That's a Super Bowl, JB.
I don't like talking about wieners, but
JB, listen.
Weiner take-all.
Weiner take-all, JB.
Labor Day Weiner take-all event. They must have broke Joey off some money. Tom Brady, Patriots Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Bill Belichick showed up. It was almost like a roast vibe. Drew Bledsoe called him the worst backup quarterback of all time in funny ceremony.
Yeah.
So, you know, but we're going to start the show off fairly quickly with a fantasy draft of our own.
I can't wait.
We're going to pick our favorite and who we think's going to have the greatest individual seasons at their respective positions. To everybody out there, we're going to get on the big whiteboard. We're going to pick our teams, and we're sticking to them. We're sticking to those teams. Obviously, we'll add in an injury or something like that, but we're sticking to who we picked today. We'll interact with the fans and get your guys' take on your fantasy, but we're going to pick a fantasy draft today right here on the realest show on planet Earth. Our Naptown legend to my left, to your right, 317's Far East Side. He's a LeBron hairline having, and Lamar Jackson loving, an AR5 defending, a Caitlin Clark jocking. Big Smitty, Fox Sports' very own, is here with us, obviously. Day 3 in the studio.
Hey, we cooking, JB. We just rolling and just getting better.
Yeah,
brick upon brick upon brick.
Yeah.
Every day's better, JB.
Kwanzito in the house. LBC finest in the house.
Long Beach.
Yeah, we know the mics are fine, Quan. You know, we got dick riders in here. Everybody wants to talk about the mics. I never seen a motherfucker. I've never been critiqued this much.
Mike's not loud enough. They're too quiet. They hot.
So day 1, this was the worst setup possible.
Yeah, it's shitty. It's stupid.
Look, get better mics. These motherfuckers, go buy them. Go price these out right here. See how much. I bet you can't buy them. T-Wick. I bet you can't afford these mics and these arms right here.
Today.
Right now, I guarantee you can't buy
them. Right now.
By the way, we need 3 of them because I got another one I used to intro show. So go ahead. I know we're good. We're not worried about all that. We just like fucking with everybody and making sure we address the dick writer.
Shout out to my cousin Keith Smith, always showing love. Still looks great, fellas.
Dick writer extraordinaire. Steven Johnson, what up, man? Keep grinding. We motivate. That's what we do. Smitty, we got a lot going on, but let's get it right into the poll or the quote of the day. Quote of the day. We got to dive into it. Brought to you by BetOnline. What up, man? The real Coach JB here for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor, of course, for the second part of the year, and that's BetOnline. Continue to be your number one source for all basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. March Madness is here. Join us every Monday and Friday with Jeff Nadu as we will pick them and up-to-minute odds, stats, and trends. You can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop to your mobile device. Head on over to BetOnline today. Become part of the team and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for 50% off plus welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Peace. All right. Quote of the day brought to you by betonline.ag. When you speak life into yourself and only put energy into things that you have a future with, you will always win. Quote of the day. Quote of the day. Speak life into yourself and put energy into things that you have a future with. Like Big Smitty. Pause. You will always win, Smitty. Win, by the way. The acronym for win is what's important now. Smitty, I got some. Look at my drip. What they call it? Y'all call it drip?
Yeah, we call it drip swag.
You got the new Coach JB Polo. I got the old one because.
Well, they both look good though. I like that we got different logos and we show different things.
Sweats. What you got? You got some tight ass skinny jeans.
Well, I gotta go to work after this, you know.
Yeah, you got skinny jeans though. That's your generation.
Ain't no skinny jeans.
You know what? I got these right
my
here.
knots don't
no one
fit.
knows about these white kicks right here.
Nah, them are clean.
These are Cole Haan's. You know about Cole Haan?
Yeah, HAHNS. His last name.
So Cole Haan is some shoes I used to wear recruiting because you wear them all day. They're super light. You can walk to 1,000 schools. So, you know.
Is this an ad right here? Are you
No.
I
don't know shit about Cole Haan. They ain't paying me.
Exactly.
Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over to Prize Picks right now and bet all things NBA Finals, Major League Baseball, and NHL Hockey Finals is back. Contrary to belief, Prize Picks promo code Coach JB. There's what you are used to, and then there's me. Contrary to belief.
He said, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
There's what y'all fucking dick riders are used to, and then there's me on the realest show on planet Earth. All right, poll question. Let's dive right into it.
Let's get to it, JB.
I got to ask you right now, and everybody in the chat, is Luka overrated?
Woo-wee.
Drop it. Go ahead, Smitty. You could dive into it. Is Luka overrated? Chat, drop your comments in the section below. Is Luka overrated? And that is the question of the day to a lot of people. Because our main man, Wendy, on ESPN, went in on him last night and called him a bunch of things. So I'm curious on what you think, Smitty, and what the chat thinks. Is Luka overrated?
This might actually surprise a lot of our chat, a lot of our fans, our listeners, even you, JB, because I've been a supporter of Luka. But I gotta admit,
wait, what you saying?
I gotta admit, JB, based upon what I'm seeing, based upon what the conversations were prior to this series, I think Luka's slightly overrated, JB.
Wow, you called him Larry Bird. You called him all kind of shit just a couple months ago. You called him everything. Now he's overrated. All right, go ahead.
New information, new response, new take. Listen, I still think he's phenomenal offensively. I think his offensive bag is bar none. No one can really stop him once he gets in his zone. He uses his strength. He still has a surprisingly quick dribble and first step. He can shoot from anywhere on the court, get to the rim, but his defense is so bad, JB, to the point where his offense isn't great enough to kind of cover up how shitty his defense is. It's not even like he's just a bad defender who doesn't understand the concepts. He shows zero effort. I've never seen an NBA player show this lack of effort on defense. You think about some of the best players in the game today, Steph Curry comes to mind. Steph Curry isn't some phenomenal lockdown defender. His body is different. He's skinnier. He's slimmer. But the thing about Steph, he's going to slide his feet. He's going to keep a body in front of it. He's going to show effort. Luka will literally, you do one crossover move, you're blowing straight past him. Why? Because he just lets you go. He opens up the lane, forces his teammates to have to switch over. He always takes the easiest assignment in any given defensive play. If you really watch the game and break it down, if he's guarding Jaylen Brown and Jaylen Brown does a one simple crossover, Luka will literally open up his hips, allow Jaylen Brown to go past and go find somebody else who's just standing around to stand by and then get mad that the guy scored. All he cares about is offense, and watching that as a competitor is mind-boggling. I don't know how Kyrie, how his teammates, how Jason Kidd, who was one of the all-time great defensive players at his position, let's keep it real, he guarded LeBron in the NBA Finals when they beat the Heat. One of all-time great defenders, how he's not saying anything to Luka. And I'm assuming he's not saying anything because Luka has not changed any effort at all. So either Jason Kidd is ignoring it because Luka's a star, or he's saying stuff and Luka's just not listening to him. Either way, man, I got to come overrated because we were having conversations about Luka being the best player in the game. And I think now, based upon what I'm seeing, those conversations are void. We cannot have a conversation. He's not the best player in the game. He's top 10 still. Definitely not number one, JB.
Yeah, I just hope. I didn't want to be on the same page today with you. I wanted to always debate.
It's okay, JB. We ain't gonna argue every time.
Poll question. You know what I mean? I wanted to get into a fight, an argument on our third day of the show in live in person.
So you want me to come in here and just lie? Just to argue?
No. I just usually you tell the truth, and I
am telling the truth.
And it is a lie.
I am telling the truth.
All right, here's the thing, man. Let's dive into Luka. First of all, blame LeBron James. Because LeFlop James has created a narrative in the NBA that you can flop and get away with it if you are a superstar. Luka has been tabbed a superstar by many. And it's Truth Telling Thursday on the realest show on planet Earth. I think Luka, who idolizes LeBron in many ways, also flops like LeBron in many ways. And then when he doesn't get his way, he bitches and moans. He will miss a shot, go out of bounds on what he thinks is a foul. He'll stay on his fat ass for fucking the entire transition. The team has already transitioned to the other side of the court. Luka stays down there bitching and moaning at the refs. This is what I've been talking about for months on this show. This is what the NBA has become. It's not all Luka. Keep it 100. It's not all Luka, fellas. We look at Luka with a magnifying glass because of who Luka is. He's a superstar that we have put on this pedestal. But I've always come on this show and said he ain't no goddamn Larry Bird. He ain't nobody. He don't play both sides of the ball. You cannot be an elite superstar, in my opinion, and not play defense. Steph Curry has a video out there talking about a preseason game 1 in Las Vegas against the Lakers. He was a very young kid coming in the league, and Kobe locked him down for 90 feet. He said, what the fuck? And he made a 3 just to get rid of the ball.
Yep, and Kobe gave him a little tap on the ass. Like, hey, good
and
shot.
He was like, I don't want to, but he's like, give me that goddamn video because that motherfucker wore me out.
Yeah.
Just for me dribbling up because he was pressing me.
I remember the clip.
We don't have that no more, dog. It's a crybaby league. I've been telling y'all, and I don't know, maybe Smitty is seeing this thing. I just got a question on top of our poll question. Like, let's just be honest. Not only is he overrated, are you seeing the light? Is this what professional sports should be, in your opinion? Should it be bitching and moaning and crying, or should it be get your ass back and play hustle ball?
Oh, get your
Where's
ass
the
up.
dive in, Smitty? Have you noticed in this NBA playoffs, you haven't seen dudes going to get loose balls?
I have
you
seen
have
that.
Seen guys. I haven't.
I have seen that.
You haven't
Even
seen
in
the old
finals.
school videos that are viral of Shaq slide, but I'm just saying, but a ton of guys getting after loose balls, what they call 50-50 balls.
Yeah, 50-50 balls.
There ain't no more 50-50 balls. There ain't no more 50-50 balls. There's no more hustle ball. You don't even have the what y'all call mid players hustling no more. Like these cats aren't even, they all think they're A-list superstars because of the narrative that we've allowed, which is player empowerment at an all-time cliff. I've been telling y'all, you allow player empowerment, and this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a bunch of mediocre play out here by so-called superstars because they think they're better than they are. Period. That's just my opinion. Luka plays zero defense, A. He's a crybaby, B. He'd rather talk to the refs than get back on with his teammates, C. And you can't tell me that don't resonate in that locker room. You cannot tell me that there's guys out there like Lively and guys that want to play hard that don't see this act and say, come on, man. This is James Harden to a T. James Harden played zero defense in his prime. All he wanted to do was score and never won a title because of it. Period. This is James Harden. This is the white right-handed James Harden. I'm just telling you, I don't see any other difference because I'm just telling you the bottom line is Luka, to me, it's hard to watch the dude. I just can't see a 25-year-old Smitty because somebody or nobody has ever checked this motherfucker. Nobody's ever checked him. And Jason Kidd can come out and say all the shit afterwards that he wants. You're down 0-3, Jay. You're down 0-3, Jay Kidd. It's too late now. But he came out yesterday and said Luka has to play defense. He's a liability out there. Well, we've been saying that for months on this show. I've been saying Luka's a liability on defense. So,
but they were winning. That's always, when
you got to the finals.
Winning covers up everything. But the thing is, in this series, I said it earlier. In every other series, Luka's offense, Luka and Kyrie together, their offense has covered up any other mistakes or lacks in other areas, right? But with the Boston Celtics, their offense isn't great enough to overcome that. Two great offensive players can't beat a team. And that's what Boston Celtics have over there. They have a true team. Any given play, any given moment, you don't know who's going to score the basketball. I love watching the Celtics play this series because it's ball movement. It's beautiful. They show signs of like the San Antonio Spurs of old in certain moments in play when you see the ball touching everybody's hand before they take a shot. Whereas on the other side of the court, it's just one-on-one. And Luka Kyrie's so great that they score a lot of points and they keep it interesting, but every bucket the Mavs take is extremely difficult, JB. Where the Celtics is it's ball movement, wide open shots, high pick and rolls, everybody sliding. It's just a different type of just game. You know what I'm saying? And just watching it, I don't know. This is why I was so surprised so many people had the Mavericks winning. I wanted them to win because I like Luka. I've been supporting Luka from the beginning. I still think he's a hell of a player, but in order for him to get to that next level, that next step, which is actually winning the ring, he has to look himself in the mirror and say, okay, I'm really, really good, but I am horrible on defense, and a large part of it is because of my lack of effort.
It's much bigger than that. It's much deeper. Talk to me. I've been saying this on this show for years. I've been telling y'all that you don't really look through the obvious. You guys just talk obvious. You talk about the obvious shit out here that Luka's don't play D and blah, blah, blah. Baby, I don't know if you can find the clip, but look at him when he hits his ass on his sixth foul last night and screams over and says, challenge this motherfucker to Jason Kidd like he's the head coach and the CEO. Luka told that to Jason Kidd on the sideline last night. If you watch the sixth foul, he screams over at the fucking head coach and that team, who, by the way, Jason Kidd has, I think, a title.
Yeah, he does. With the Mavs.
And he's been to a few.
With the Nets.
He yelled over at the team and the coach to challenge this fucking thing like he runs shit.
Yeah, Jay, but that's just that's in the moment, fucking adrenaline going. You're the star player. I just went on a crazy 22-2 run, whatever the numbers was. You're down by 3. You're pissed off. You're trying to foul out. It's like, come on, challenge it.
Doing it. See, you're dismissing the truth of it again. This motherfucker, you don't see that being a bigger issue. Because
I'm a player, I know what.
It don't matter. So
come on, coach. Like shit like that happened. I've seen your players do that on last year's shoe. That ain't what he said, though.
There's a difference. There's a difference between yelling back and understanding the relationship, and there's a difference between yelling over there and demanding some shit when you ain't really busted a grape yet. I'm telling you, there's about 3 things and we'll end
Right
this,
here.
We'll end this
You'll
discussion.
end it. Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you think you can go over there and tell him what to do, then there's no telling him what to do from that sideline and that coaching staff. That's my point. That means Jason Kidd is not getting through to him at any point. If he can think he can go over there and yell at the sideline like he just did. Fucking challenge the call. So if he can tell Jason Kidd fucking challenge the call, you really think Jason Kidd can tell him to play fucking defense?
I just read that differently than you.
I know you do.
I read that differently.
I know you do.
I know he's cussing and yelling, but that's not directed at Kidd. Like, he's mad at the fucking refs because
he's talking to the sideline.
Now listen,
he's not talking to the refs.
Yeah, he's telling him to challenge because that's the guy who can challenge it. It's him. But at the end of the day, the yelling and the cussing came from just being a frustration. The thing about this, though, I will say this. Luka complains and cries a lot. But at the same time, two things can be true. The refs were horrible this game. On both sides. Not just one side. There were clear-cut moments. There was a play early in the game. I know you remember. Jason Taylor, I think, went for a dunk. Clear, obvious contact on the arm and one. Didn't get it. Jalen Brown had one. It was on both sides. So it was even on both sides.
Smitty,
but it was horrible. It was horrible call on both sides.
That's
two things can be true.
That could be fine. But let me ask you something.
Yes.
If there's a reputation out there on somebody being an absolute fucking shitbird,
yes.
Do you think they're not going to fucking already have it in their mind that Luka's a fucking complaining ass fucking crybaby and we're going to take it to it?
So that means don't do my job as a ref?
Because it ain't about that. I'm talking about all this.
Personal shit into it.
This ain't the first time Luka's done it.
At all.
He's done it for years.
Of course.
So I'm just throwing that out there. So
I hear you.
There's a clear narrative out there that this is happening, just so we're clear. So that's my opinion, number one. Number two, though, can we get into why Luka is what he is?
Let's do it. Let's do this. Final take before we go to our next thing. Go and talk to me, JB. Why is he the way he is, coach? That's why it's good to have a coach on the show, y'all, because sometimes the coach can see it another way.
My main man, Freeway Rick, the real Freeway Rick Ross, not the rapper.
That's my guy.
He was just on Rogan yesterday. He may be our first in-house guest, one of my mentors, and the true story of Rick Ross, you guys never know. You'll never know. And we'll probably tell it on this show, which stuff Rogan would never know to even ask. It's going to be the biggest show on planet Earth. Freeway Rick Ross probably come in here live. He might pull up on us right now. I don't know, because he from here. This is his shit. There's a reason why they call Freeway Rick Ross the Freeway Boy. But you don't know nothing about all that. Anyway, let's dive into this real quick. Number one, he's out of shape. Horribly out of shape. When you're horribly out of shape, you are accessible to more injuries. Let's just be honest. He's been injured. He's playing through it, but he's hurt, right? And he's hurt because he's out of shape. Look at his body. Does his body look like a superstar? Does his body look like he's
in shape for Luka, in my opinion?
Like, he's what?
He's in shape for Luka.
I mean, that's not a superstar.
Now, what I'm saying is everybody's body type is different. I've seen Luka out of shape. I was like, I know what he looks like out of shape. He's in shape. His body, he just don't have the genetics like a fucking. I
get genetics,
you know.
He's still
Kobe or something. He's not a lean. That's not how he's built.
He is so floppy, sloppy. His arms, he should not have He shouldn't have JB arms.
He don't have JB.
He shouldn't have JB titties. He shouldn't have a gut. Like, there's a clear. It's Smitty. You talk about two things can be true. Truth is on film. The eye in the sky don't lie. It says it right there in front of us. Like, you can't tell me he's in shape if he can't play both sides of the fucking court in the NBA Finals.
It's a choice.
No, it's not.
It's a choice. He chooses not to play defense because he don't want to. He has no interest in playing defense because it's not sexy. He was supposed to score the ball and let the other four guys play defense. Not because he's out of shape.
I got to hip y'all in the chat. I got to hip Smitty, man, because Smitty knows what I'm about to tell him. He knows what I'm about to tell him.
Say it.
Fatigue makes cowards of us all. And you've heard that shit many times from your football coach.
Too many times, JP.
Fatigue makes cowards of us all. And if you're fatigued, you're out of shape. And when you're fucking out of shape, you're easily more fatigued. So when you look at Kobe Bryant in his last game, he scored 60 against Utah.
He was fatigued.
He was fatigued for what? Expending all his energy.
Yep.
This is not energy fatigue. This is being out of shape because he's already fatigued in quarter one.
I don't think he's fatigued. Personally, I'm not saying he's wrong.
Just look at quarter one.
At him. Look at him. Look like.
But look at quarter one.
I'm not seeing
from
that.
Quarter one, he's already like this, bent over. Kobe in quarter one is picking you up 90
Stop
feet.
comparing people to Kobe.
I'm just saying when you're in shape. Okay, let's go to this series then.
You know what I mean?
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are not over there looking like they're so fucking winded that they can't play another quarter. He's looking that way in quarter one. He is out of shape, homie. It's clear-cut obvious he's out of shape. And if you're out of shape, you're going to get injured more. You're going to be fucking less likely to give effort because you are fatigued, which makes you a coward. And then you won't move your feet. Because, Smitty, let's just be honest. If you're out of shape, what are you saving your energy for? The better side of your game, which is his offense. If he was a defensive stopper like a Drew Holiday, then he would probably be saving his offense like Drew Holiday does. Luka is saving everything for offense, and he's not as good as he is on offense. He's not that good to where you cannot play any defense at all. You aren't that good. If you are an automatic, which nobody is, just meaning he comes down and fucking whatever he shoots up goes in, yeah, don't play no fucking defense. That's not real life. That's not what he's doing. He's saving everything for offense because he knows he's so fucking winded and out of shape. I'm just telling you, that's the truth of the matter of this thing. I know we're 35 minutes on this topic.
It's good, JB. Hey, it was a big topic. It just happened last night, JB.
Let me ask you this 1 minute.
Well, do you think?
1 minute on the same thing.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum, I saw what you sent me. I don't want to hear all that. He's not the superstar. Because if you watch that game, Jason Tatum handed the baton to Jaylen Brown. Every time the game gets tight, and I watched this specifically last night. What is that crawling across the floor right there, Smitty? What is that right there?
Where?
Right there.
Oh, shit.
What is that?
I don't know. What is it? It's your studio.
I mean, you black people shit get.
Ain't no black people. It's your shit.
Is that a roach?
You grew up in Compton.
Yeah, they kill it.
Black people shit.
Is that a roach?
I'm not about to kill that thing. You kill it.
We got roaches over here?
You know where we at.
I didn't grow up with roaches. Every time, if you watch the game, towards the end of the game, Jaylen Brown is clearly more comfortable with the ball in his hands in crunch time than Jason Tatum. I got it. Let's go. No, I got it. You're a little scary ass. I was going to get it. I want you to finish your take. We're going to do our thing. And you know what I'm saying? Finish the take so I can do my thing. Jason Tatum clearly is not comfortable with the ball in his hand in late game situations like Jaylen Brown is. Jaylen Brown clearly is the star on that team because if you're the star, you are willing to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Jason Tatum's not comfortable in uncomfortable situations. I've been watching him for too long. And I'm going to be honest with you straight up. He comes out and makes this point because he knows and he hears the naysayers out there like us and everybody out there saying, all right, when I didn't win, I wasn't a winner. And then when I don't score, now we're winning. I'm not the guy. The numbers,
yeah.
It is what it is, homie. Because I ain't never seen a superstar not win and not be the guy. Just show me one. And that is why I'm so low on LeBron James in my top whatever list. Because he's been outscored by Bosh, Wade in Miami, and the whole entire Dallas Mavericks team when he got swept. Bosh and D. Wade were the leading scorers on his own Miami team. Yeah, that's fact.
The Mavs series specifically.
In that Mavs series when they got swept.
In the Mavs series.
And by the way, and in the series that he won, Kyrie was the leading scorer. So I'm just telling you, I'm just throwing it out there. Here's the thing about it, though, Smitty. Show me a superstar. You're younger than me. Show me a superstar that not only didn't win, but also wasn't the guy. We know Jordan was. We know Bird was. We know Magic was. Kareem. Kobe is clear cut. We know that. Come on. Kobe always. Come on. Shaq just said it yesterday. Shaq knows who was.
You know who I am.
Y'all.
Ain't no y'all. now. You know who I am.
No, but your generation.
I die about Kobe.
But I know
but I'm
don't.
saying keeping it.
But you know, your
I can't
generation.
forget what Shaq did though. At the same time, that's all I'm saying.
He's the most dominant player.
Right.
I said that forever.
Of course,
he was not the best player on that team. And what happens
I'm
is
with you. But his shit was important.
We gotta get off topic, but yeah.
We're gonna bring this Tatum shit back though.
I think
we ain't got time right now. I'm gonna bring it back.
I think Tatum's Robin to Jaylen Brown's Batman.
We're gonna bring this shit up
the other way around.
Let's bring it up with Matt down there.
I don't know if Matt's coming on, but
somebody. Steve
will be on. Hey, Bailey, I saw your deal. We can't do that time. So I mean, say Matt's show. I got motherfuckers coming on at that time. So tell them no.
Just rolling the movie.
We'll see him tomorrow. Tell Matt we'll see him tomorrow. Shaq was not the best. Shaq was the most dominant. If you look at the stats, Kobe outstatted Shaq every single season and in the playoffs. And the reason I'm bringing it up, Smitty, only is because all these people out there saying Kobe wasn't nothing without Shaq. Bullshit. Look at the numbers. They don't lie. Look at the games down the stretch. Who won the game down the stretch? Kobe or Shaq?
Bang.
Shaq can't make free throws. So you fouled him and put him on the line. There were oftentimes Shaq wasn't in the game because hack a Shaq. So if that's the case, then come on now. Kobe would have been in the game.
And this is no diss to Shaq. We love Shaq too, but for so long, Kobe gets the disrespect from a lot of you naysayers by saying he wasn't that guy. Listen, the first finals run, I can give you guys a little bit of a like, all right, because I kind of believe, look at the overall numbers, that first ring of the three-peat, you could argue that Shaq was a better player that year. Them next two, ain't no conversation in my eyes of who the best player was. But listen, we talk about that all day. We're going to bring the Jason Tatum topic back up a little later because we need more time. But JB, our thumbnail was our fantasy football picks, our starting lineup, our draft. So we got to move to that, JB, because my roster, my draft is about to eat shows up. I'm going to give you the fucking first pick. But Bailey, throw an M up in real quick, and we're going to come right back. All right.
They can't see that.
Let's get us going.
Boom. Let's dive into it. All right, Big Smitty, you want the pen or your finger?
I want the pen. Can I get the pen? Yeah. Let me get the pen right. So we're about to do our fantasy football draft right here, man. So let me get my little notes out because I can't prepare. So fantasy football draft, man. You on that side, on this side? How you want to do? I'm left hand. I'm going to go on this side right here. I'm going to go. Okay. So do the pen work? Let me see.
Hold on.
Wrong side?
Hold on. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, JB. Okay.
Yellow's going to be way too hard to read.
Different color then. Erase and trash it. Give me red. You know why. All right. Ooh, that red look good on JB. All right, so we're gonna go by possession. So we're gonna do one QB. We're gonna do two running back. That's sloppy. Two wide outs. We're gonna do one tight end, JB. There we go. We're gonna do one flex. My right is horrible. I'm left-handed. That's why you can't really see. You know what I mean? One kicker and one defense, JB. I think you should pick first. It's the Coach JB show with Big Smitty. I don't feel comfortable going first in anything on here.
Nah, what?
You want me to go first? All right, well, all right, 1D fan. I'm going to put 1D. All right, so for my first pick of my fantasy draft, I'm not going to go with the quarterback first. Because if you real fantasy guys know, you can find a quarterback in the draft. Quarterbacks going to always, get you a good amount of points. I'm going to actually go with a running back, and I'm picking CMC. I'm picking CMC, Christian McCaffrey, as my first pick. The guy was one of the leaders in the fantasy draft last year, the fantasy football. He catches out the backfield. He runs. He does everything for that 49ers team. I'm picking CMC for my first pick, JB. Who you got?
Josh Allen. He's a point maker.
He is.
Josh Allen, QB.
That's a great pick, and I had him on my list, but that's cool. You got Josh Allen. You know who I'm going with? CJ Stroud. I'm going with CJ Stroud. Fantasy. No, don't give me this, how you pick him? He on the Texans. It's his fantasy football. It's about points. Last year, Lamar Jackson was the MVP. Did Lamar Jackson have the most points in fantasy? Not at all. I had Lamar Jackson on my fantasy football team, and he was not that good at all. So just because you're having a good season, doesn't always correlate to good fantasy football. David, who you got next?
Kicker.
Woo!
Harrison Buckner.
Ooh!
Bring it back for all the ladies out there. Harrison Butker.
You can't say his name right.
Because he's got a fucked up name, homie.
I didn't think he was going there.
Butker.
I had him on my list.
Oh, well.
I thought you was going another
You
route.
can pick him, too. What do you
Nah,
mean?
that's cool. No, I can't pick his fantasy. We can't pick the same fantasy.
Oh, I don't know
You
that.
can't pick the same
Well,
person.
I didn't even look at your name.
Yeah.
How do I know?
You can't pick the same person. You know what? I'm going wide receiver right now. One of the best receivers in the game right now, future Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, Tyreek Hill. Oh, my God. The man almost had, 2,000 receiving yards last year? Tyreek Hill. You took my whole thing off. Tyreek Hill. Stop touching stuff, JB. Tyreek Hill, receiver.
I'm going Devontae Adams. Aiden O'Connell's going to get him the rock. And we're going to go D. Adams.
Okay. Let me see who I got on my list right now. Okay, he went D. Adams. I'm going back-to-back wideouts. I'm going to go and knock it out right now. You know who I'm going with? His quarterback is back. His quarterback is healthy. So I got to go with this guy right here. Jamar Chase is having a big-time year. I'm putting Jamar, putting a C. Expect big-time season from Jamar Chase. His quarterback coming back. It's 2 M's, I think. I don't care. You know who he is.
I'm going Justin Jefferson. Because my main man, Sam Darnold's going to get him the rock.
That's why he's not
Justin
going to get the rock.
Jefferson. JJ.
That's why he's not going to get the rock because your man quarterback.
JJ. Justin Jefferson at wideout. There's my 2 wideouts. Kill yours.
It's time to go for a tight end, man. Big-time tight end. Guy got hurt last year, but before he was hurt, he's one of the best tight ends in the game. And he and his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, have a connection like no other. I'm going with Mark Andrews to have a bounce-back, big-time year with my guy, the reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson, at his QB.
Anytime you pick a Lamar Jackson player to get him the ball, then I already know I won this whole thing. I'm taking T.J. Hawkinson because he's getting the rock from Jared Goff. Hawkinson. Boom.
You can't spell Hawkinson.
I-N-S-O-N.
It ain't that. It's E-N.
No, it ain't.
It's E-N. That's me right now, $25. No. All right, then. Exactly. All right, next up. So who we got next? We got Flex. We got another running back, too. Ooh. I'm going with my second running back. Or going to be the best running back in the game. True running back. Jonathan Taylor. Oh, my God. Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. Oh, my God. AR5. He about to go crazy. Jonathan T at my second running back.
All right, I'm taking running back right now. Get it out the way. I'm taking Josh Jacobs. In Green Bay with Jordan Love and that O-line, I'm taking Josh Jacobs at running back.
Josh Jacobs, Jimmy Smith. Okay, who we got? I got my phone, got my wide out, got my tight end. Now we need a flex. Woo! You know what? I'm going to go with my kicker, though, because you think you slick. You think you slick going with the kicker so early. So I'm going to go with my kicker, man. And it's the greatest kicker of all time. Justin Tucker. I don't know how you forgot him. How you forget Justin Tucker? You love Buckner so much that you forgot about the greatest kicker of all time.
He's not going to score
No, kicker.
Right.
You can't put it in
Why
flex.
did you say flex then?
I was going to go there, and I thought about it. I went kicker.
All right, flex.
It got to be a tight end, a running back, or a wide out.
Okay, got it. Easy
Your
flex.
only option.
Easy flex.
Only option.
I'm taking Tank Dell.
Ooh,
Tank Dell will count Weiner, C.J. Stroud. Take Dell at flex.
Let me see. Who you got right now? That's a good one. You got boom. You got boom.
I have another one, but
this is tough. Let me take the time. We ain't in no rush right now. Now we got to slow down a little bit because I got to really look at see it. Because you got it. You got I got hey. Ooh, wee. And my flex, you know who I'm going to go with? A guy who just got paid very, very recently. A guy who keeps his head down. He's locked in. Has a big-time quarterback who's underrated, underappreciated. I'm going with Amon St. Brown for the Detroit Lions. This guy is my flex. Amon St. Brown got paid. He's locked in. He will have a big-time year for me at the flex. I love it.
all right, let me dive into this. I'm going to take another running back, and I need to check. I need a clarity. Bailey, I need to know if this is legal. Can I do it? Because I'm an outside-the-box thinker. I'm a hell of a recruiter, and I'm going to fuck with him right now.
You better not say what I think you're about to say.
Can this person play running back or something? Because if he has running back touches, he can play running back.
You bet not.
Deebo Samuel, that running back. I'm taking Deebo Samuel.
That works, Coach. That works.
What'd you say?
I said that works, Coach. You absolutely can take Deebo.
Of course, Betty gonna say it word. Of course, Betty gonna say it word. That's your mini me. That's your mini me.
It's legal. What do you mean?
Do count TJ Nasty. He do count.
Betty plays center. Use the quarterback. I have a different connection.
TJ too nasty. TJ too nasty.
You can't do that in fantasy. All the real fantasy people know can't do that shit in fantasy. All the real know you cannot do that. One more pick left. Man.
Yeah.
Put my whiteboard back up. Put my whiteboard back up. Defense. This guy, long time Pittsburgh Steelers coach, just signed a new deal. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin, the best defensive mind at head coach. I'm going with the Steel Curtain as my defense. And I just won this fucking fantasy. That easy. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Okay, real easy. Jets. Jets, real simple. Now, let me ask something. Can I change? We have one time to change somebody if you want. So go ahead. I'm going to make one change right now.
You brought up, so go first then.
I'm going to take the tight end off, Hawkinson, and I'm going to put Tyler Higbee because Matthew Stafford will get him the rock. I'm going to change this guy out right here, Hawkinson, for Tyler Higbee. Boom. Higbee's going to be big fantasy this year.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Do I want to make a change? I like who I got.
Screenshot that, baby.
Screenshot it right now. Who won right now, chat? Put it in the chat. Team Smitty, Team JB. Who won the chat? Who won the thing? Put it here. Smitty.
I won.
Some teams. I think I won the fantasy draft. Y'all let us know in the comments. Hey, man, we're going to do a quick commercial, quick little in-bump, and we come in right back for Smitty Says So. Get your mind right. I'm not playing around. All right, man. We are back. And it's time for my Smitty Says So. So, guys, listen. I saw a clip yesterday that truly reminded me just how important it is to have fathers in our young boys' lives. So the other day, legendary running back, Seahawks great, Marshan Lynch was leading a football camp for the youth, giving back to the community. And apparently, during one of the drills, Marshan Lynch cursed at the kid for doing the drill wrong, showing a lack of effort. It was some sort of, coaching moment, teaching moment where he was trying to give back and train the kid. So apparently the mother of that kid heard Marshawn cuss, heard him curse, and did not like what Marshawn said. So the parent, and I don't know if we have the video, Bailey. If we do, we'll toss to it. If we don't have the Marshawn video, all good. The mother went up to Marshawn Lynch, complaining, pulled her phone out, recording. Why did you record my kid? Why did you, why are you cursing at my kid for this? That's not how you talk to him, etc. Marshawn Lynch's initial response was, where's the man at? Where's the father at? Is there a father in this kid's life? Is there a father somewhere, a man who I can speak to? And apparently the man wasn't there. So they went back. So real quick, we got a video right here. Betty, thank you. Play from the beginning. I'm gonna toss to it real quick.
Every one of them's
All right, that's okay.
No, my son's in jail. It's not okay.
You didn't say that. Maybe you should just let him know because they're all in tears.
Is there a man here with you? Okay, so I do. I cuss a lot. I cuss in front of them. So look, I cuss a lot.
Every one of them's
All right, that's okay.
No, my son's in jail. It's not okay.
Is there a man here with you?
Not here.
Is not a man here with you?
But I'm here. What does that matter?
Because I'm
My
going to
son
speak to a
is leaving.
man.
I don't care. It's my son.
So tell them
Did you volunteer too? They all said
but I'll tell them that if they're not doing what they need to do, then yes, there's consequences to that.
Yeah.
If it takes that amount of time for when I tell a kid to do something and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, then there is consequences, like push-ups, like running laps,
Like telling them
like
to get away from your
like
drill.
telling them to get out of my drill if they're not participating,
Get out of
doing
your
right,
drill.
get the out of my drill,
I'm not even.
get the out of my drill, or whatever it takes to get my drill.
Thank you, baby, for playing that, man. So listen, I know it's an older video, but even though it's older, it's resurfaced online and it's still relevant to the message today. Because I talked to a lot of little league coaches, and parents are the biggest issue today. And you see that video, man. Marshawn Lynch, I love that he didn't sway away from the camera. He went to the camera and he told him straight up what it was. And listen, I think the problem is that these parents and a lot of the mothers who are single moms don't have a clue of what football truly is, how it's coached, the language that's used, or any other details for that matter. Her only concern is being nice to her son. She feels like she's simply protecting her son, but in reality, she's actually harming him. Why do I say that? Because being soft and gentle with a young boy who's learning how to be a man when he's making mistakes and he's trying to get coached up by an actual man, when you're being soft on him, this will cause him to be soft, and it will lead to a lack of confidence as he gets older. It will lead to him potentially being bullied, unfortunately, and it will lead to him simply not being able to take care of responsibilities as a grown man. Marshawn Lynch is 1,000% right in what he said in this video. He's teaching these boys real life lessons. He's teaching them that, hey, if you make a mistake, there are consequences in real life. If there's a lack in effort, there are consequences. If you talk back, there are consequences. So mothers out there, single mothers out there, I know it's hard, it's extremely tough, but don't let the words of a coach distract you from the message, and don't let that distract you from what's actually being taught to your kid. And more importantly, for the men out there, for the fathers, make sure you are in your kids' lives. If you have the option to, I know every situation is different, but as the fathers, if you have the option to be in your kids' life, be sure to be there because they need you now more than ever. And if you don't believe me, you don't listen to anything I said, listen, I don't really care. Because at the end of the day, everything I say is a fact because Smitty said so. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we got more of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. So don't go nowhere.
Our democracy, I think, took a hit. I truly do think that they took a hit. I think we took a hit and stepped backwards in life in this country. And I think it's I told Smitty, because Smitty's young in this thing, you're fairly close in age. And as I get older, I start to look into more politics because it affects my money, my dollar, my investments, my properties. And when you get older, when you're younger, when I was 30, I could give a fuck less about politics. But now that you look at this administration and you see the things that are happening, there's no denying child trafficking is at an all-time cliff. There's no denying it. And I believe one of these guys running for president, which was in a trial yesterday that got convicted of something I think is laughable, versus the other administration who's currently in office. And there's a reason why this is out like that. Ukraine is literally the #1 child trafficking country in the world. And no one wants to talk about it. And we're funding them. Now, are we funding them for that reason? No, I don't know. But the bottom line is the administration as a whole is what I was telling and explaining to Smitty, is if you back that administration so heartily and wholeheartedly, and you really think this administration is it, I think there's some delusion. That's all I say. I'm like, you don't have to vote for Trump. You don't have to vote for anybody. All I'm saying is this current administration is clearly pushing one gender to be able to get rid of certain parts and without parental guidance or parental rights. I've never seen that in my life, 48 years. Another guy who wants to be the president is going against it, and that's why they don't want him in there. And then you got a guy who's funding other nations when we have a huge issue with our own veterans. I think that is an administrative issue, and that is what my whole part was.
But here's what I'll say, and you made all very good points there. That has nothing to do with this trial, though, and that's I agree. I agree with you that.
But does it?
And if Donald Trump is reelected president, I'm sure he's going to make, like Biden did, a very strong move and hoping to get some sort of criminal case against Joe Biden and his family. That said, I agree, though, that Donald Trump was not awarded a fair trial, in my opinion.
Oh,
okay.
I've never seen it.
I mean, to put that venue in New York City, which is arguably the most strong Democratic stronghold in America, with 12 people of his peers that cannot be, they're biased. I mean, they just are.
Where he's hated at, by the way, and Trump, all the New York money that he's got there, he's hated in New York because of some things he's done.
It would be very hard for him to get a fair trial anywhere. That said, we have to understand the DA, Alvin Bragg, is a funded Democrat. Okay, he's a guy who they handpicked. Right, they handpicked. The city is all Democrat. I think in the last presidential election, it was like 6% Republican, which is insane. You just can't have a fair trial. That said, if you look at the case itself, yes, Donald Trump had sex with a porn star. He then paid her hush money, which, who cares, right? However, he, according to them, deceived voters by not disclosing that he was doing it, and then he tried to falsify that it happened through the hush money. That said, the main witness in this case, Michael Cohen, is a convicted criminal and disbarred attorney who spent time in prison. And that, to me, is a bigger, major issue we have, that we accept the testimony of bad people that have committed a lot worse crime. And listen, I deal with it all the time in the mafia world, right, with the mob genre. Sammy the Bull Gravano was convicted and taking part in 19 murders. 19. And because the government hated John Gotti more than him, they were willing to hear what Sammy the Bull said and painted him as this hero, then let him out of prison. He then reoffended and sold ecstasy to children. They gave him another slap in the wrist, and he's now on YouTube talking about all of it. And the thought is, why are we trusting these types of people? Michael Cohen is a slimeball. And how is he believable at any level? And that's also, I think, and that's a major issue with the whole informant thing. Yeah. When do we stop?
And Jeff, you are very well in tune with the courts and how the legal systems work, and I know a lot about it as well, as far as a young knucklehead that had to go through that and understand it. I've actually defended myself in trial without an attorney and whipped the shit out of an attorney. By the way, yeah, one of my favorite.
Boy, JV.
One of my favorite things in life that I've ever done.
We are back. We are back, man. If you just now joined us, man, listen, make sure you hit that like button, you subscribe, leave a review for us on the audio if you're listening in, wherever you may be, man. Make sure you show some love, and we always appreciate any super chat, of course. But JB, we got somebody from the Wall of Fame is ready to join the show right now, if I'm not mistaken, right?
The biggest face, biggest personality on our wall.
On the wall. I think I would have to agree to that, man. A football legend at the college space, the NFL space. He's doing big things in the entrepreneurial side out there in Colorado, man. Our guy, our homie, the one, the only, Big Matt Machezzi. Bring him in, buddy, to the show. Okay, Matt, is that the bun?
What's up?
Good
morning.
I like to hear one. Good morning. Good morning.
We're in house, so it's a little different. You got your special little box around your face, so it'd be easier for vertical clips for you later.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do it, Matt. You're on the wall right here, by the way. You got the gold sunglasses on my wall, though.
I appreciate it. Yeah, the older one stole my sunglasses, so I got to get the blues out.
Hey, right out the gate, Matt. I'm gonna ask old white. Right out the gate. Is Luka overrated?
I mean, I don't know if the guy's overrated. Is
this just what the league is? Is this what the league is to you? No defense, lazy, shitty.
I've never seen anybody play this lethargic and he's like slow motion part 2, bro.
Like summer league, huh?
I don't know I don't know how everybody gets duped by it. I don't get it. Like everybody else seems like they're playing full speed and he seems like he's playing half speed, but it works for him. He's special, obviously. I wonder, look, I relate him to another guy from the Eastern Bloc, okay? Nikola Jokic. Obviously, in Denver, we know all about him. 3-time MVP, just won a title. Nikola, early in his career, was kind of chubby and, you know, everybody made fun of him because he's kind of a fat boy. And, then he went home one summer and came back right before his first MVP season. I'm pretty sure, or maybe it was right before the bubble, one of the two, or after the bubble, whatever it was. And he was felt and could run all day. And now all you hear about is how he's in the best shape and he can outrun all the bigs. And that's what projected him in an upward direction to a championship and multiple MVPs, in my opinion. So if I watched Luka foul out last night and I'm looking at a shot of him at the end of the game. And he's he's looking sad-faced because he's down 3-0 and he just fouled out of a finals game. And superstars don't foul out of finals games, guys. Let's be real. And he's standing there and he's got his beard and everything, and he's got a fat-ass double chin, bro. And I'm just looking at it like, yo, I'm telling you, I wonder what would happen if Luka if his fat ass actually got in shape and was really committed to, being actually in shape. He wouldn't be fouling out because his feet wouldn't be slow late in games. He wouldn't decline in the second half the way he does because he's awesome at the beginning of the games and he's been terrible at the end of them. And at the end of playoff games, that's all that matters. Kyrie finally broke out of his shell last night and had a good game, but then again, Luka fouled out and wasn't there at the end of the game to rally them. So, look, this is a wake-up call for Luka Doncic. You're about to get swept in the finals. The NBA product this year for the playoffs has been relatively shitty. Let's be real. But I want to see Luka full steam ahead, in shape, ready to go next year for the Mavs because this is a missed opportunity for them.
Hey, even last night's game, until they went on a 22 run, it was really a horrible fucking game. It was a blowout. Terrible. It was a horrible game, and then they had to go on a 22 run to get back in the game, and then down the stretch, the Celtics clearly go to who they think their Batman is, Jaylen Brown, not Tatum. And then Luka, to your point, to Smitty's point, we both understand the Euro player has never come in and been some ripped goddess like Giannis or something. Giannis is a separate Euro.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Let's talk stereotypes. Let's talk.
Why is Giannis separate? Isn't he from Greece?
Let's talk white Euros. White Euros are built like Matt and I. We're athletic, athletes and all that, but we're just not defined like a brother. Let's be real.
Oh no, like the fact. These are facts. Like Giannis looks like a Greek god.
Yeah. Hey Matt,
pulling that
Luka's
off.
not DNA. We know Luka doesn't have the DNA, but we also know he's not fucking in shape.
But he could get in shape. Like look,
yes.
Jokic isn't gonna like pop his shirt off and have an 8-pack and look like fucking.
He shouldn't be this, man. He shouldn't look like me. He shouldn't look like me.
That's what I'm saying. Luka looks like he's playing pickup games at the fucking 24-hour fitness down here. And I wonder if he's playing slow or if he's just. Can you imagine how good Luka could be if he actually could like play at a speed that was conducive? I think one of the reasons he's so good is everyone's fucking shocked that he's moving so slow. They're like, oh, how do I guard this dude when he's moving this slow? I almost don't understand how he does it. So
Matt, I gotta be honest.
Imagine what he could do in shape.
Matt, look at this. If we look at it, first of all, he's hurt. We know that. That's number one because you're out of shape. Number two, we're clearly seeing you holding everything on offense because you don't want to expend any energy because you are clearly exhausted because you're so out of shape. And
he's a dog shit defender too.
We only and then you know, Matt, I brought up to Smitty in the football world. Fatigue makes cowards of us all. Mm-hmm. And if you're out of shape, which he is, I believe that it's clearly evident, and he's on that side. But let me ask you, no fun or pun intended on this deal with him. But when they beat the T-Wolves, he was holding and drinking a can of beer, and Michael Finley snatched it out of his hand. It was like a funny viral moment. But doesn't he look like a beer body motherfucker?
Well, I'm gonna challenge everybody's narrative here. You know, John Morant made a lot of bad decisions on film. Partying, drinking, and shotgun willies with strippers, with guns. Luka isn't held to the same standard. He's not making mistakes with firearms, obviously, but bro, obviously this kid likes to party his ass off. Maybe he just doesn't record it. So
so does Luka, Matt. So does your boy, Joker. And he wins. He wins though. He won.
Well, yeah, but my point is like the only reason you don't see it is because Luka is not recording it every 5 minutes.
Right.
So like, again, really focus on the game and be the best version of yourself, Luka. And you're probably, I bet you this series is 6 or 7. But I'm telling you, man, there's a huge like accountability problem in the NBA, and everybody knows why it is because the players make so much goddamn money you can't really say anything to them.
I've been saying it. Smitty, I know Smitty wants to say something, but I got to ask you guys both. Like, let's be real here. To me, it's player empowerment that I talk about all the time because we're clearly seeing it. He yelled and barked back at Jason Kidd yesterday on the sideline, like, challenge the fucking call, like he's talking to a player and not the head coach. And I'm like, there's a clear-cut reason right there why Jason Kidd can't get through to him and get his ass in shape or play defense. So if you talk to the head coach that way, then I guarantee the head coach probably isn't talking to you in a manner that you're receiving to do the things that is required of a superstar. That's number one thing. But number two, like I'm looking at all this, the league in general and what we talk about. This is what Gilbert Arenas brought up on his show a couple months ago that Smitty and I discussed. This is the Euro movement, Matt. The Euros have 1,000% softened this league. I don't care what anyone says. This is a Euro fundamentally sound league that comes from Europe. Players that actually go through the fundamentals and all these things we talk about, which is equated to a softer league. The NBA has got more Euros year in and year out. More Euros are coming in the league. And it's taken away the physicality and it's added bitching and moaning at an all-time cliff. And I'm so glad that Joker don't fucking bitch and moan like these other fucks. But the Euros, I'm just telling you, has softened the league to where everybody now bitches and moans. Like everybody. We talked about this a month ago, Matt, when the playoffs started. The bitching and moaning is just unbearable. When Denver was playing Minnesota in the second round, It was unbearable to watch this fucking crybaby prima donnas continue and then you got a 10-minute review, Matt, thrown on top of it.
But are you blaming the foreigners? Or are you, because earlier you blamed LeBron for the way Luka is crying because Luka looks up to LeBron and you said LeBron is the guy who's always whining and goes to the refs and that. And that's an American star. To me, I think there's some truth to what you say, but I also think that the league caters to their stars, obviously, right? It goes even going back to Jordan. Jordan was getting killed by the bad boys Pistons. They ended up changing some rules around to benefit Jordan, to protect Jordan because they didn't want their stars to get hurt. So I'm saying it started from there, and then obviously years and years passed, and it just kept getting softer and softer and softer.
Who was in the league first?
More Euros started coming to the league as well. I'm saying you're right, but I think it's more to it. Is all I'm saying.
But I'm just saying Euros were in the league before LeBron. Dirk Nowitzki was in the league before LeBron.
Right, for sure. But that era was physical, though. That era was physical, though. Like, we never was saying in 2001 that the NBA was soft.
No, Matt, before you say something, Matt, to Smitty's point, I don't think Smitty's understanding my point. It wasn't as many Euros then, Smitty.
Right.
It's more Euros now.
There really wasn't. There wasn't as many guys.
That's true.
It was Detlef Shrimp and Arvydas Sabonis and
Vlade Divac.
I can't even really name it.
Vlade Divac.
I was a huge fan.
Petrovic. We had Petrovic. Luka.
Turkaloo, excuse me.
Turkaloo.
Fucking Vlade Divac. Tony Kukoc. Tony Kukoc, yeah. Tony Kukoc.
Yeah, even though Tony Parker and Ginobili were Euros, Paris, and wherever Ginobili's from,
they are Euros, literally.
Those were Euros, and Duncan played like a Euro, right? Fundamental, big fundamental.
He's from the island or some shit, right?
He's from the island.
Yeah,
he's not Euro, but
he's Virgin Islands, yeah.
Island, but I'm just saying we've saturated the league with these guys, and I think it's just.
Let's be real. Basketball's a softer game too, so
no doubt. And it's becoming soft.
Thank you.
Basketball's soft. It's a soft. I'm not saying it's soft. I'm saying it's softer. So everything's a foul. Like, look, I don't know if they're letting them play. I don't know if they're foul heavy. I don't know, man. Every NBA game is full of whistles. It's what it is. I don't know if the bet. I just think that I think overall the product has been extremely, like, this year especially.
Yeah.
All year has been like, ugh, like, goddamn, man, this shit is kind of like taxing. It's kind of like hard to watch. So that's all
it is hard to watch. It's not actually. It is. Matt, I got to ask you before we get off this basketball tip with two old whites and get to some football. At least we could talk about it and not be criticized like all the dick writers.
Yeah, the MVP of the league is a big white guy. I don't want to hear it.
I know. Let me ask you this. To Luka's back to Luka deal.
He ain't white though. He's foreign white, but
motherfucker, he's white. He's as white as it gets. He's Eastern Bloc white. You don't get whiter than that.
He's not American white, is what I meant.
He's Anglo. Either is American. American whites aren't American white.
I know. American white aren't American white, dog. Everybody here is an immigrant.
Hey Matt, let me ask you something.
Oh, that's not true. But okay.
You mentioned it to start the show. You said that Luka fouled out of a finals game.
When's the last time you saw that?
My entire point, Matt. That is my entire point to this whole conversation. First of all, if you're in shape, you don't foul out, to Matt's point. Number two, if you're not a crybaby motherfucker every single day, do you really think a superstar is being directed to be fouled out of games by the refs in this era? You think Adam Silver wants the fucking star to be ejected out of a game because of foul trouble in this NBA? Fuck no.
I couldn't believe that they gave him the sixth foul. Like, I thought for sure they were going to call Jaylen Brown on a push.
Don't you think, Matt? Don't you look at it, Matt and Smitty, and say, man, this motherfucker, crybaby ass motherfucker, man, he's rest tired of this motherfucker.
I will say this though, to the NBA, the minute you guys ejected Luka, I turned the game off.
Yeah.
I knew it was over. Why I'm not here to watch Hardaway Jr. and PJ Washington. They're good players.
Hey, listen, I don't have the stat sheet in front of me, but I think Hardaway played 15 minutes last night, scored 0, gave out 0 assists, got 0 rebounds.
He had a 0 stat line?
He had a 0 stat line in 15 minutes. Why was he out
Holy
there?
Shit, that's not good.
Jason Kidd was just trying to find something. The thing about Hardaway was the third best player in the regular season. He got hurt at the beginning of the playoffs, fell out the rotation, and now he just hasn't been the same, unfortunately. I'm trying to look. I think you're right, too. He had 3 rebounds, JB, in 19 minutes. 0 assists, 0 points. 3 rebounds.
Oh, shit, man. The ball rolled to him 3 times, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, all right, man. Let's get into some football. Let's get into some stuff. I know Smitty had something. Bailey had something. We had some Colorado news, of course. Breaking news.
Well, I think it was positive, though, this time, if I'm not mistaken, Bailey. Let's bring it up. Colorado football, they hosted the children from Special Olympics in Colorado. We saw Shador seeing, coaches some passing drills. Kids were just having a good time. Shout out to Colorado. Ain't no crazy news here. Shout out to Colorado, giving back. Look like the kids really enjoyed themselves. I think it's good to kind of see this side of players as well. Just, I guess, your initial thoughts and reactions, Matt, seeing.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm glad that they're giving back to the community, and it's a good afternoon to go up there and help the kids, and there's nothing you can say about this other than awesome.
Cornhole, you mama sucks, bitch. Shut up. Now, wonder if you heard that, Mike. Hey, Matt, let me ask you something football related, other than Colorado. We haven't talked too much, and you touched on this topic the other day.
Pause.
Pause. Fuck that pause shit.
You said it earlier.
Matt and I don't say that.
But you said it earlier.
Thank you, Matt.
You said it earlier. I will rewind the show.
I said it fucking with you.
I said it fucking with you.
Me and Matt don't do that.
Me and my guy here, we don't do that.
Smitty, we get it, man. You think about dicks when you jerk off. It's okay.
Wow. Now if I was to ever say pause, that's the one time.
No, that's when you don't say pause because it's already been said.
That's what I meant.
The fact that thought came to his mind to say that just now.
I'm not the one to. You can't flip that on me.
Hey, Bailey, I don't know if you can find it. I'm staying on this white basketball thing real quick. Bailey, if you can find,
we're going football.
If you could find Wendy, his take on Luka from last night, because it's going viral, Matt. There you go.
Perfect that Luka fell onto the ground there in an unacceptable position to put himself in with 4 minutes left with 5 fouls, and then immediately looks at the bench and says, "You better bleeping challenge it," as if it's the bench's fault that he just made a terrible play. I'm standing here in the Mavericks tunnel. Over there is the Celtics tunnel. That's where the winners are. If Luka's ever going to be a winner coming out of this tunnel here, he is going to have to use what's happened in this finals as a learning experience. His defensive performance is unacceptable. He is a hole on the court. The Celtics are attacking him. They are ahead in this series because they have attacked him defensively. And you've got a situation here where Luka is complaining about the officiating. They have begged him. They have talked with him. They have pleaded with him. He is costing his team because of how he treats the officials. He's a brilliant player. He does so many things well. They are here because of how he did. His performance in this game is unacceptable, and the reason why the Mavericks are not going to win. He's got to get over this. And the fact that he came out after the game and blamed the officials showed me he's nowhere close yet. So maybe over the summer, somebody will get to him, because nobody with the Mavericks or anybody else in his life has.
Damn. Hey, I'm clap it up for him.
That's not personal.
I like that.
He's going in.
Hey, Matt. He said what no one else is saying, and I've been saying this for a while.
I'm with it. That's some good shit. Just keep that on repeat. God damn.
That boy Windhorst done leveled up. I remember when Windhorst
You know why? He's been on McAfee lately.
I remember when he first started. I was in high school, and all he did was cover LeBron. I think he went to the same high school as LeBron. He's from Cleveland, I think. And it's funny just seeing how
this
he's
is the
grown.
same dude that last year said it was the most competitive sweep in Western Conference Finals history.
He did say that. So I wonder how players feel about when they listen to
I'm sure that
that.
Look the same way I feel. I was waiting for Windhorst to say Luka's got to get in shape, and I would have been like, "Oh." That's how I guarantee you. That's how they feel. They're sitting in the locker room being like, "Who's this little white fat motherfucker talking about us? What does he know?" Blah blah blah. I guarantee it.
Man, let's get into some NFL now. I gotta get to.
I got like 5 minutes, maybe.
All right, perfect. That's what we got too.
Now you got 10, motherfucker.
No, I got 5 minutes, bitch, and I'm off this motherfucker.
Watch that B word.
So good talk.
Pussy.
All right, Matt, real quick. Aaron Rodgers is a no-show in camp. How big of a deal is this? And let me a two-part question.
Why? What is he doing?
Hold on. Let me ask you. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta ask. It's a two-parter, though, Matt. Is it more serious for the internal pieces that operate this organization, as far as head coach, GM, team, and Aaron Rodgers? Is it more important to them, Or is it more important to the naysayers and the media folks like we are now and ESPN and mainstream media to bring this up and make it a bigger news story than it is? Go ahead and break it down.
Okay, look, let's be real. Aaron Rodgers doesn't need a 3-day OTA, okay?
For himself, no.
He doesn't need it for himself, but he does need it for the team. He does need to be there for his team to be at mandatory minicamp, not give the fucking Jets $100,000 of his salary because that's what they're going to fine him. And then where are you? What's the explanation? Are you on a darkness retreat? Are you eating mushrooms in the fucking Poconos? Like, are you trying to run for VP? Like, he's always Aaron.
He's overseas apparently, is what
he's over. So he's on vacation and he's just saying, "Fuck it, I'm Aaron Rodgers, and that's who I am." So look, again, the same thing I say about the Buffs to the Jets. You better fucking win, because if he stays healthy and they aren't good, everyone's gonna look at him and be like, "This guy's a prima donna. He's thinks he's fucking Joe Namath." Like, look, Aaron Rodgers, this shit is going to get real late in the game, like with everybody, if it continues. Look, you can miss a mini camp, but if you go out there and they don't play well or he gets hurt again or whatever.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
Like, he's going to get
you and I are on the same page.
Man, let me ask you this, because I didn't play in the league. I don't have the experience. You have the exact experience. You played with the Jets as well. So Aaron Rodgers was there working out for the involuntary workouts. He's been there. So I want to get that straight too. It's not like he just missed everything, hasn't been at all. He was there with the teammates, getting passes going for the involuntary workout.
Well,
does that not play any role in this?
No, fuck. The mandatory minicamp is when the coach walks in and goes, "Okay, everyone, if you're going to go on vacation, you should probably not go this weekend. This is mandatory minicamp." So why? I mean, go on vacation one of the weeks where you're not mandatory minicamp. Everyone's there right now. I don't know. There for OTAs.
Yeah, I hear you. I guess one reason to bring that up, Matt, is that like it's not the reason why you said it's important for him to be there. It's not for him. It's for him to be with the team.
For everybody else, all the young guys.
Right, and I'm saying is at least he was there. It's not like he wasn't there for like all
but he's not there now, bro.
For example,
it's a day-by-day, week-by-week league, though, and he's not there right now. So, no offense, I don't give a fuck what he did a month ago. I care what he's doing right now. Hey, so if the Jets, so I don't really care what he's doing, what he did a month ago in New York. I really give a shit what he's doing right now in Europe. You know, finger banging Mary Jane Rottencrotch through her pretty pink panties in France or some shit. Like,
my last question,
I know Jimmy for a minicamp, motherfucker. What the fuck?
Last question for you from my end. So if the Jets lose in the divisional round in the playoffs, are you going to look back and be like, "Damn, Aaron Rodgers missed 2-day minicamp. That's why they lost."
No, if they make the playoffs, look, if they play well, no one's going to give a shit about this. No one's going to care about this anyway. Like I said at the beginning, he doesn't need to be at mandatory minicamp. But if he comes out the first week of training camp and gets hurt, or his Achilles pops again, or something bad happens, or he doesn't have rapport with his receivers, this is another thing that you can look at and go, well, something else is more important than football with Aaron Rodgers. That's all I'm saying. Vice president, shows, darkness retreats, all that. I don't care about any of it as long as football's still the most important thing. And I don't know if football's still the most important thing with Aaron Rodgers. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we're on the same page. I broke this down yesterday as a coach perspective. Like, shit adds up. Like we've been saying about Colorado, about
shit
all
mounts.
these other guys. Shit mounts up, man. At the end of the day, that may be a reason. It could be correlated, Matt, as to why he has one Super Bowl only. Why he only has one Super Bowl victory. Who knows? I'm just saying.
I do agree with that. He's got how many NFC title game losses and blown opportunities? Only one Super Bowl and one win. Yeah, that's almost
as you leave today. The Robert Saleh take to me is what's taking a lot of heat because he came out and addressed it in a manner that I think has put more pressure on Saleh himself, where he could have just said, "You know what? He's not here. Whatever. Leave it at that." Like a Belichick would have, or something. He went into like, I have talked to him, but it is an inexcused absent. Like, what are we doing? This is an elementary level shit.
Just say, look, we're handling it internally, and that's the end of the conversation.
Yeah, that's it. Like, real easy. Matt, we'll see you tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah, amen, boys. Have yourself a great day. I love the studio. You guys look fucking good, man. Look at this shit. Smitty, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're lucky I don't live in L.A., motherfucker. Take your job.
Matt, you're going to be in the middle right here.
Couldn't take my job if we had it to you, big motherfucker. What's going on, JB? One thing I want to say about the NFC Championship thing, not to take away any blame from Aaron Rodgers because he's the quarterback, he's the leader. I saw a stat yesterday because they were talking about this shit at Fox. In all those NFC Championship games that he was in, the defense gave up an average of like 33.5 points per game. So, again, we're going to blame the quarterback, as we should. But I do want to also point out that, damn.
Yeah, but I'm never
like,
a stat
damn.
guy. I'm never a stat guy.
Damn. Points matter.
Yeah, but you also understand, again, you're a player. You just look at it with one half glass, half full. How do we know Aaron didn't throw a pick six? Did they not go on the points?
Context matters.
How do we know that he didn't fumble in the red zone, which he did in the NFC title game several times? How do we know that the offense wasn't just put the defense in on the -1 3 times? Context matters. Stats
on
don't.
Both sides.
Stats don't.
Stats do matter, though, but everything matters. Everything matters.
Patrick Mahomes. Y'all called Patrick Mahomes the GOAT. He threw for 181 yards 2 times in Super Bowl.
Who's y'all?
Y'all.
Who's y'all?
Black people. All right, let's dive into
Put a rundown back up, JB. We ain't gonna just dive into some shit. Let's see what we got, and we're gonna dive into the shit that comes up next. Scroll the fuck down. Keep scrolling so we can fucking see what's going on. All right, what time is it? 7:30. Exactly. Perfect time. We talked about that. Let's talk about the next one right here. Let's talk about the new look Ravens. So listen, there was a video out there. I saw Roquan Smith was on a Rich Eisen show. He had a little interview. Rich Eisen asked him about, how look at Derrick Henry looking like a grown man, looking like a transformer. And let's let y'all know, ain't no pads on right now. I know it looked that way. Ain't no pads on. Look at the best duo, one of the best duos in football this upcoming season. How far do you think this new look Ravens team can go? The best version of this Ravens team, let's be optimistic first. The best version of the Ravens can go where, JB?
Second round. I'm just being honest. I didn't mean to make you
the divisional round.
I didn't mean to make you sound like Joey Chestnut, but I'm just saying, like, dog. Yeah, second round.
Look at this picture, though.
What's that picture have to do with shit?
Look at Lamar.
Look at that little white dude in the back over there that does the film.
That's important, too.
I'm just saying, this is a team that is led by a superstar MVP caliber quarterback because he's won 2 MVPs.
Not even just caliber, like
he's won 2 MVPs.
That's what he is.
Yeah. I believe their defense is going to take a huge hit. They lost a lot last year, in my opinion. Number one. Number two, until Lamar can show me that he can sit back there and get rid of the rock and deliver the ball when needed. You keep arguing it, but the truth of the matter is this is where we are every year.
What quarterback right now? What quarterback right now? Hold on. Can Mahomes sit back there and get the ball out on time? Because you said he don't.
You brought up the Ravens.
I'm just saying, but
okay, don't change the shit around. We'll get to that anytime you want. I'm talking about this team.
Talk about this team right here.
You asked me about
AFC Championship last year.
This team can only go as far as that guy, number 8, can get.
I like that answer.
So the bottom line is he can't get him over that hump because he hasn't done it yet. All that other talk is moot. Has he done it? No. And that is the question. And every year you're going to bring up, I don't care about all that shit. Has he? No, he hasn't. And can he? In my JB's opinion, no, he can't.
Well, your opinion's fucked.
Smitty thinks he can every year. Smitty will get up here and say that Lamar will get to the Super Bowl every year. But the fact of the matter is he won't every year. And
he was in the AFC Championship game last year.
But come on.
You didn't think he could get there.
I didn't.
Okay, so he proved you wrong.
It's first time.
So you got to do it again.
But he got to win. He's got to get to a Super Bowl, Smitty.
He got pretty wrong again.
He hasn't even been to a Super Bowl.
A lot of quarterbacks have been to Super Bowl. Josh Allen ain't been there.
Me wrong by getting to an AFC
because you didn't think he could get to the AFC Championship game.
But when has he proved you wrong by never winning nothing?
He proved me right last year. Another MVP season, got the AFC Championship game.
Like this motherfucker just
you can't win every year.
The other 6 years. He skips over the other 6 years.
So with Peyton Manning went 7 years without going to the Super Bowl, you thought this motherfucker just can't make it.
Yeah, I said that. I said he has no it factor.
And what happened? And what happened? And what happened? And what happened?
Ben Roethlisberger owned him.
And what happened? You were what? Wrong.
After how long?
Wrong.
Shit.
It don't matter as long as you get there. I don't give a fuck if you get there year 19.
By the way,
John Elway, what's up? What year he get there? What year John Elway get there?
Come on, let's look at the two players. Number one, number two. Let's not get it all over the place here. Y'all give Peyton Manning so much love while his brother beat the dude that he couldn't beat twice on the biggest stage.
My guy Peyton Manning did beat him. AFC Championship game. Indianapolis came back.
Eli beat him in the Super Bowl twice.
Well, we in the AFC. I can't control that.
Peyton so goddamn hard. You dick riding homers.
What you saying?
And this motherfucking Eli's over there winning.
He's in your Mount Rushmore, motherfucker. We did it on this show before.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peyton.
Peyton ain't on mine. He's on yours.
Who's in Mount Rushmore right now? Top of the head. Don't think.
Aikman.
Don't think.
Montana.
Why you thinking?
Brady.
And Payton.
I don't have Peyton on no.
Who's number 4 then?
I had Aikman.
You named 3. Brady.
And I told you on my 4th one, I had Marino.
All right, Bailey, what we got next? Put a rundown back up, please, so I can scroll down. Because you didn't say that.
Well, we have it. We have it on.
I hope we do, because I do not. I'm pretty positive you ain't got Marino in there.
That response tells me you know nothing about quarterbacks.
So rings don't matter now, huh? We talk about that all day. Go ahead and pull.
I've also said Elway. We also talked about this whole thing 1,000 times on this show. It's stats. It's arm.
This motherfucker
talent.
said Manny can't win the big game, but actually did win the big game. Marino's never done it ever.
We've talked about,
and then you got Marino on there. It makes 0 sense.
We've made this whole criteria up.
I don't feel like talking about this no more.
Exactly, because I'll be proving you wrong.
Let's move on then. Let's move on.
We've already talked about this a bunch of times. Let's go back to this original show that I started in the lead-in with Sam Darnold.
Oh my God!
Dive into Sam Darnold. I got a poll question for you.
I'm seeing ghosts right now.
I got a poll question for you right now, which was going to be the main poll question, but I wanted to debate Luka. Can Sam Darnold prove you wrong? Smitty. That's the question.
No. He can't prove me wrong.
He just can't prove you wrong, but Lamar can prove you right.
He can't prove me wrong because I know too much.
What do you know? He hasn't even fucking played.
I know this man's hopped around from team to team to team.
Is that his fault?
Yes. It's literally your fault. You get hopped around, passed around like a side chick because you can't be the main. Every team that Jets try to make him be the main, couldn't do it. The Panthers try to make him be the main, got beat by Baker, who you call shitty.
Poll question.
The Niners, he got beat by the last fucking Mr. Irrelevant and Purdy. Now we gonna try to fucking get him with the Vikings because they ain't got no other quarterback.
Poll question: is Smitty the most hypocritical cat you've heard on this show ever?
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife, JB. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
So hold on. You literally have Baker Mayfield in your fucking top 15.
Top 15 what?
This motherfucker's been
top
on how
15
many teams?
What?
Quarterbacks.
No, be specific.
What?
We did top 10 AFC, top 10 NFC.
He's in your top
NFC
10.
quarterbacks are shitty.
He's in your top
this
10.
year. I ain't got no choice. I ain't got no fucking choice. You know what? I ain't got no choice because we got Sam Darnold on there.
I had a choice.
Who am I pick? Sam Darnold?
Hold on.
Who am I pick? Sam Darnold?
Did he not pick Baker Mayfield as one of his?
I think I like Baker more than you like Baker. I'm talking about you, motherfucker. You don't like Baker, but the motherfucker who you do like got beat by Baker. Make it make sense, homie. Make it make sense.
Who got beat by Baker?
You can't. He got beat by Baker. They were both on the same team in fucking Carolina. Yeah, look around. Who won that quarterback position when they both were there? Who got outbeat? Baker beat Darnold, homie. Make it make sense, homie.
So 6 head coaches, 7 OCs, 4 organizations in his first how long?
Quarterbacks get coaches fired.
How long has he been in the league?
Quarterbacks get coaches fired.
He gets drafted by the Jets, which is the worst organization in football. He gets drafted there. He has 2 head coaches and 3 OCs in a matter of 3 years. And then he goes to Carolina, then the worst organization in football. He has 2 more head coaches and 3 more OCs. And then he goes to the Niners as a backup from the jump. He goes there.
As he should be.
And in another system. And now in 1 year removed, he is now in another system. And then you give that same pass to Baker Mayfield. It fucking blows my mind.
Because Baker actually won 2 playoff games. Some that Sandor don't know about.
So we're gonna see if
something he don't even know about.
Did I not say he was gonna start?
I mean, this is his 5th fucking team. I mean, I hope so.
4th. Did I not say he was gonna start?
He better. It's JJ McCarthy. Who a lot of us thought he should have got drafted first round, Jason Brown, or whatever round he got drafted. doing it. If it's you and like, it's Jay, in respect to JJ McCarthy, I don't know what he's gonna turn into. But come on, bro. You better start. You better start. You think if Kirk was still there, he'd start over Kirk? No, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't be there.
Exactly.
Come on,
exactly. They had no option left. It was like, fuck. It's kind of like, you at the bar, you with the homies. Your homies picked up all the baddies around there. Now you left with a butterface. You like, shit, I guess I'll just go with her. I was better than nothing.
Shit, I didn't send.
Well, yeah, because you don't prepare yesterday for tomorrow. That's the problem. You wait till the day of to do everything, to put together the rundown, quote of the day, send links. That's the problem. That's why I'm here, to keep us on track, to keep us organized. While you doing your little text thing, I want to talk to the chat, man. Who we got in the chat today? Drop your city and your state of where you from. I want to know, are we global? This is a global show. Where you from? Where are you watching the show at right now, chat? Throw down your city, your state, your country. If you're in another country, do it right now. I want to see it. Where y'all watching from? Yeah, I said Butterface, Eric Rivera. You know what I'm talking about. We've all seen them. We got Winter Haven, Florida in here. Who else we got? Seattle's in the building. Boise, Long Beach, Duval. We got Waldorf, Maryland, Greenville, South Carolina, Delaware. Do we got Naptown in here? I ain't got no Naptown here. Cartville, Tennessee, JB.
IE, Inland Empire.
IE, jump in. Indianapolis, Big Dave. Naptown, the best town.
We got a lot of California in here.
The real Indy.
By the way, shout out to Florida. All the Floridians in the house. Leah, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania?
Philly in the house. Yeah.
I know that.
Shout out to Florida. They're underwater. Whiteo, I don't know if you guys are alive. Jupiter, Florida, right here.
John Jackson, 317, baby. Far East Side. What's good, John?
Wait, who's that?
Who you talking about?
Jupiter, Florida.
How far is that from Tampa?
I don't know why. We got special guests joining us.
Another Wall of Fame person, JB.
A Wall of Famer. The Korean Kosel. You all know him for the three knockdown rule with Mario Lopez. His show's taking off. He's got great guests on. He had world champ heavyweight on this past week in Usyk. Our main man, Steve Kim. Bring him in.
Steve Kim.
Morning.
My bad, Steve. I'm over here fucking engineer. I'm coordinating. I'm production. I'm fucking everything. Smitty just sits over here on his phone. And
sound like an excuse to me, Steve, doesn't it?
Hey, Steve, I got to ask you right out the gate. I watched this introductory little press conference yesterday with Tank and Martin. And this is the question I have. As a personnel guy and as a coach and as a guy that reads body language and shit like that for years, was this a alpha versus a beta? Was this a straight up punked his ass? Or was this the example of a humility, a guy being humble who can come out and knock you out? He didn't have to do all that talking rah-rah. Or was he scared? Was Martin scared like everybody on social media?
I don't know. I mean, everyone's ripping Martin for flinching. Guys, I expect people to flinch when you...
People have been hitting these things.
I mean...
People have been hitting these things.
That's a normal reaction, Steve. Human nature. Like, if I go swing on JB right now, he's going to fucking fall out his chair probably and piss on himself. That's a normal reaction.
I don't understand. Look, that whole thing's been bizarre. I don't think it's been a great promotion. In fact, Tank's actually said it. He called it ass, didn't show up to the Tuesday ceremonial arrival. Two guys kind of chirping at each other. And then Leonard Ellerby, the promotional genius, basically saying, Frank Martin has skipped steps. He's inexperienced. Okay, Leonard, I hate to tell you that. But I don't want to see that fight where you're saying, so the guy that you're facing, Tank, an elite fighter, is facing a guy that you yourself has said has skipped steps and is not experienced. You know what? Take my money. Not. So I don't know what to really say. That promotion's been interesting to say the least. And the way Tank entered the ring for the open workout yesterday, that was bizarre. Tank seems to be kind of bored with this whole promotion. And I almost think he's trying to force the issue here. And we'll see. Look, I think Tank has a decent fight. Frank Martin's probably a top 10 lightweight, but he's not very experienced. He hasn't fought in a while. In his last fight, there's a debate if he even beat Haratunian. So I don't know. The fight is the fight.
Okay, man. Staying in boxing, man. Your guy, was it Turkey? How you say his last name? I don't want to disrespect him. Turkey Al-Sheikh, thank you, is reportedly looking to buy all of boxing's major companies, Matchroom, PBC, Top Rank, Golden Boy, and Queensberry, forming one big boxing league. If this happens, Steve, how will this impact the sport in your eyes?
You know, first of all, that's a vision that they have. I've heard about their creation or concept of a league. Now, I don't know how the league would work, but I don't know how much discussions they've really had with people in terms of acquiring these companies. You know, I think in theory and in concept, it seems like it's good, but then here's the problem. How do you execute it? And can you actually get everybody on board? And, you know, boxing is a little bit different than UFC. There's so much history. There's a lot of fighters. Can you keep these guys active, or are you still just going to do everyone fights twice a year? That really doesn't do anything for me. I'm not sure. Look, it's great in concept. Everyone's very, very excited about it. But until you get a couple of promoters on board to hand over the reins to their company and their promotional stables and say, here's all our boxers, mix and match them. But also in a league, keep this in mind. In a league, you're basically telling fighters, hey, you're fighting this guy and that guy. None of this, well, how much money? No. You're fighting that guy or get the out. Right. I don't mind. But fighters have to realize if they think that this is just a great thing for them, think everything through. They have a pretty good system where they make a lot more money than the UFC because they have options and the ability to decline fights. So not everything that glitters is all the way gold.
Would this almost remove the need of like these promoters too? Like I feel like the promoters would lose a lot of leverage in this system too, right?
I do, and I also think that this wouldn't be a bad thing. It'd probably lessen the need for the sanctioning bodies who now more or less get in the way and create the division. But, you know, in a league, you don't get to choose who you face, which I don't mind. I think
as a fan, I love that. I think we would see the best fights.
Look, I'm so sick and tired of fighters and their managers and their trainers saying, well, we don't like that guy because this, and that. And if I'm a network who's paying for a fight, I say, you don't like him, huh? Because you think it's tough, huh? Good, you're going to face that guy. I mean, I've told a group of promoters that I had cigars with last week, I said, I'm going to tell you guys, you're lucky a guy like me is not in charge of a big network. Because I'd try to get every one of your guys beat because that's the job. And they looked at me. I go, that's the truth. Guys, I'm not here to make your guys 50-0 and make you money. I'm here to make my audience entertained. And I remember back in the old days, Don Shargan, the late, great Don Shargan, wore a week. He was running the Olympic Auditorium. And back then, he'd say he was the matchmaker for the Olympic Auditorium when it was run by Eileen Eaton. And he said, Steve, I used to have a line of promoters and managers, or managers really, lined out my door every Monday trying to make fights. And if these guys turn down too many fights, I just say, look, you don't like what we're offering, leave. Next! That's the way it should be. Because you're not putting up the money. Like ESPN, in the next couple of months or weeks, they have some opponents that I'm like, I wouldn't have accepted them, but they did, so they have to live with it. But the fighters should get paid. However, there should be an expectation from the network that you're going to actually earn your money.
Steve, this weekend's Tank Palooza at my house in the lounge. Is this the best undercard of the year?
Not
or biggest name.
Well, Benavidez is on it, and Benavidez has a intriguing fight as he moves up to 175 to face Alexander Gavozic, the Nail, who the last time he was really considered an elite fighter was 2019. He got beat by Artur Beterbiev late, got beat down, and then he retired for a while. Then he's had 3 nondescript fights. Look, it's not bad. Is it a Don King 1990s revenge the rematches type of lineup? No, those really don't exist anymore. And Turkey Al-Sheikh and Riyadh season, they've had better undercards up and down the board this whole year. So no, that's not.
Usually though, when you see a fighter like Benavidez fighting undercard, it's kind of like that fight will be tuned in by the masses compared to like a normal guy that just like when we watch these fights at the house.
Benavidez has headlined his own cards, but they needed to put him on there to help boost the sales. And the reality is PBC does not have a lot of dates, so they had to fit him in. So I don't remember the last time a guy headlined a couple of pay-per-view cards and won emphatically like he did last year against Caleb Plant and then Demetrius Andrade, and then was relegated back to being a co-main. But I give David Benavidez credit because he's earning a living. And, David's a real fighter. He's a real fighter, and he's a good fighter.
He kind of remind me, he's a little bit of the old school. Like, he doesn't care who he fights. Like, he'll fight multiple times during the year. He's a different mindset. Let me ask you this before we move on. I know Jimmy has some questions too. When's the last time Steve Kim has actually been excited for a fight? Because I feel like when we talk to you, Steve, you've been this is your job. You've been covering it for a long time. That you almost seem like it's like another fight, another whatever. Like, when's the last time Steve Kim has really been like, you know what, I'm excited to watch this fight?
I think it's been a while. I mean, look, Crawford Spence was something that was heavily hyped. Anytime Inoue fights, I enjoy it. I think it's something to be cherished. Who else do I really like to watch fight? Like this young man, Bruce Carrington, that fought last Saturday. I really like him. I think Shushu is a real technician, bright young man. I think he's absolutely going places. When Dimitri Bivol fights, I'm always intrigued because I think he's a real interesting style of fencer. You know, the cards in Saudi Arabia have been good, but I think the Usyk Fury fight, I thought that was pretty interesting. But, look, it's a week-to-week sport. You turn the page and you just go on. It's like I've already seen the best boxing I'm going to see. I've told you guys this. I've seen Barrero Morales. I was at all three. I was at all four Pacquiao Morales. I got to see prime Roy Jones. I got to see a young Mayweather. I got to see the best of De La Hoya. I was at Hopkins Trinidad. I got to see Winky Wright. I got to see Orlando Salido against Francisco Vargas, a magnificent fight. I saw Tim Bradley battle Ruslan Provodnikov. The greatest fight I've ever seen and ever will see. Diego Corrales, Jose Luis Castillo won. It was rated maybe the second or third best fight of all time by Boxing News years ago. I was at that fight. So it's, for me, the way the sport is now and with the way the boxers are today, I don't know if it's going to get any better, save for Turki Al-Sheikh doing what he does. So I'm good with it. I've seen what I've seen. I've seen the best of what I've seen, and I'm satisfied.
Respect that.
Yeah. Let me ask you your expectations for this weekend. I know we talked about it on Tuesday, but after seeing the weigh-in, do you put any weight at all into a weigh-in bullshit, face-to-face, scare tactic type of deal? Does that ever weigh in on your decision? Not
really.
Who's going to win the fight? You're still stuck on Tank? You're so heavy on Tank?
Yeah, everyone is. Look, Frank has some quick twitch, and he's a southpaw. He's got some speed and he got some quickness, but weigh in and staring a guy down. I'm not amateur dime store psychologist here. I rarely think that matters. I don't think a lot of that's ever. Now, how you make the weight and what happens at a weigh-in in terms of physically how it impacts you, yeah, that can matter. But these guys also have now over 24 to 28 hours to rehydrate their body. So I'm not even so sure being weight drained the same as it was, let's say, 15, 20 years ago.
Gotcha.
Transitions are real quick. Tom Brady got inducted in a roast-style Netflix series last night in New England. Belichick showed up. The Drew Bledsoe took the show by calling him a horrible backup quarterback to him, messing with him. Any takeaway on this thing, getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, talking about the 4 people that got arrested was like the biggest tagline that used to show up. Just it must have been a great feeling for him. But like in New England, though, it was ironic to see all the fans show up for a guy that left and went and won another Super Bowl somewhere else and then came back. It's a pretty loyal fan base. Look at that place. It's fucking packed.
He won 6 of them for him, JB.
Hey, look, hold on,
just saying, though, remember they booed him.
Hold on. Yeah, but Belichick, look, I'm an admirer of Belichick, but he was a dick at the end. I'm sorry. If I'm Robert Kraft, I'd have said, hey, Billy boy, come here. You're the coach. I just want you to know one thing. I sign your check. Brady stays. All right, now shut the fuck up or quit. It's really that simple, coach. Okay.
And listen, for Steve Kim to say that, because Steve likes a hard-nosed coach. For Steve to say that, you must really be tripping.
But we've seen this before, Steve. We've seen the guys that have left places like he did and go win.
Right, he didn't want to leave, though. He wanted to be a Patriot his whole life, and Robert Kraft has to blame himself. I guarantee you Kraft looks and says, why did I let that little dickhead tell me how to run my team? I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. You're the owner.
Probably
Bill
because he
Belichick,
got him 6 rings.
and
You
then
know what I mean?
well, okay. It turns out
that's what
Brady
I'm
was
thinking
kind
he
of
would think. Yeah.
well. Brady was kind of important in those 6.
They all were, in my opinion.
All I know is I've never seen a fan go buy a ticket to see a guy coach. I've seen a lot of guys buy tickets to guys play. Players win. Brady was kind of important. And if you're Robert Kraft, you make it clear, hey, Bill, I've given you everything you wanted. I put up with your bullshit. I want number 12 to retire a Patriot. The minute he's off the Patriots, I will fire you. So you better make it work, dickhead. But have a nice day, Bill. That's the way to do it.
No doubt. I got to ask you, Steve, transitioning to another great quarterback. I have to ask you what I asked Matt earlier and what we discussed when we found out on Tuesday after you got off the show. Aaron Rodgers not showing up to this mandatory camp and media day and so on and so forth. The only Jet not missing that was returning and not there. Hassan Reddick wasn't there either, but he wasn't a returner. Big deal or no deal?
I mean, it's a deal. People are talking about it. At what point did mandatory not become mandatory? That's why it's either mandatory or optional. Here's what I think. If Aaron Rodgers would have played last year and threw for 5,200 yards and 48 touchdowns and led them to a playoff, yeah, you kind of get grace. But I think
is he wearing thin on the public? I guess
this is what he is. Look, if you don't agree with his worldview or his political leanings, you're gonna have a problem. If you don't, you're gonna feel differently. Me, I actually agree with a lot of what he says, but I still think as the leader of the team coming off that injury and your physical status kind of being a question mark, and you have new teammates to break in, you have to be there. In my view, you are the quarterback. You have to set the example, and you are putting your coach in a very, very tough spot. Troy Aikman would have been there in the 90s. That's all Troy Aikman was the perfect guy for Jimmy Johnson and vice versa, because they understood we have to be there for each other. And the reason why Troy could basically be the one guy that could talk back to Jimmy is because he was always there. He earned that right.
And I equate this with Smitty. I'm like, this is basically, I call this guy a really, really wet behind the ears head coach. That's why I don't love when young DCs go right to be a head coach for the first time. Aaron Rodgers putting a lot of unadded pressure on this young head coach and is making him just look really bad at his job as the CEO. I'm just telling you. It looks bad, Steve.
I'm just telling you, with everything that is going on with the Jets, and they're breaking in new guys. And look, they're not doing Oklahoma or middle drill. This is just it's a camp. But your presence is important in a lot of different ways. And when you're just not there and you put your head coach in a position, and then every other player has to be asked, hey, where's Aaron Rodgers? Well, then you become a distraction by not being there. Yeah, I
agree. Smitty agrees to a certain point, and he's like, is this going to come down to a Super Bowl? And I'm like, well, listen, he's got one. We can argue he should have many more. And is this maybe one of the reasons? He's always done this. In Green Bay, he missed, and this and this. Last year, he gets hurt. At the end of the day, it ain't going to affect Aaron Rodgers. We all know this. He's not going to make him come out and flutter a hitch ball because he missed this fucking camp. But overall, head coach, GM, players, I just think that if Aaron can go, then I should be able to go. They're all there. I think Robert Saleh as the leader, because Matt, I was telling Matt this, Steve, I'm looking at this thing as a head coach walking into a game in nut crunching time. And this is from a head coach's perspective. Like, I'm walking in a game we're playing Miami, to get the home field advantage. And it's a knotted up halftime game. Are my guys listening to me to get over the hump to win that critical game in the critical part of the season to get into the playoff? Or are they reverting back to, man, we're not listening to you. You screwed this up back with Aaron Rodgers in camp. Like, this is a thing that's real. It happens. It resonates. So I don't know. I just think this could be something that bites him in the ass again. And I think Robert Saleh will see his last days here.
Yeah, and look,
if
Aaron Rodgers had been the starting quarterback for the Jets for the past 14 years, he has built up equity. He has cachet there. You played 4 snaps last year. You're a player coming off injury, and they kind of rebuilt this O-line. They brought in new parts. You may want to be there.
But he was at the involuntary workout. And I know everybody keeps saying, "Oh, that doesn't mean anything." I'm like, it actually does mean something to me.
It's not now.
He was there. He was with the team during the part when he did not have to be there.
That was yesterday.
And he probably did it because he knew that, hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it to camp. Let me make sure I'm at least here with the guys, throwing some balls on air. Being in the locker room. I won't be here for the 2 days. I'm Aaron Rodgers. I got something good. Listen, all this fair stuff. Let's keep it real, man. Star players don't get treated like everybody else. We all played ball for a long time. The superstar players of my team at Ball State, the guys that got drafted, was not treated like the scout team players.
Treated is one thing.
I'm saying his rules is just different. It is what it is. Rules are just sometimes different.
But missing, I don't know about.
And all I'm saying is this: if he makes everything else, which he will, he'll be at the actual training camp, the real camp with pads on in July. He'll be there all throughout the season. It's hard for me to believe that we're going to look back in the divisional round if they lose and be like, damn, if he would have came to that 2-day non-padded camp where half the time they're not even fucking practicing, because I just talked to some guys the other day, and every camp is different, but a lot of time it's more team building, and they're not even putting pads on, which is still important, but it's 2 days. It's 2 days. If they go out here and lose in the divisional round, we're not going to be like, damn, should have went to that 2-day camp. They would have won.
Yeah, I think Smitty missed a lot of it.
No, I'm going to give you my take.
It's only. Smitty loves saying it's only.
That's my opinion.
And that only shit adds up, dog, in this coaching business.
I hear you. I hear you.
This only shit adds up, Steve. You know as I know. Like, I only missed 2 days of bag work. You got fucking knocked out round 1 because you don't think it matters. It matters. This shit matters. It adds up. It's like Colorado.
Here's the thing. With the Jets, all Aaron Rodgers has been is a big name. He has not been a superstar with the Jets. Keep that in mind. He has no Pro Bowls on his resume as a member of the New York Jets. It's a little different. I get it. No one's treated the same. Everyone's treated differently in life. That's just the reality. But I don't think it's a huge thing, but it's a thing. I mean, you're being asked about it. It's hovering around camp, and I don't understand why Aaron would just not go to the mandatory and just sit out the involuntary. But again, that's Aaron
I'm assuming that he has something actually going on. He could be like, who knows? I don't know what he's doing. But I'm assuming they're just a date conflict. But listen, we'll see what happens. Winning cures all. They go here to have a hell of a season. They win the division, which they definitely can this year. It's definitely open, for the taking. He stays healthy. They make the playoff for the first time since 2010. We'll look back at this and we'll laugh. It won't mean anything.
I know I brought you in late. 2 minutes with you real quick. Sam Darnold's been named the starter in Minnesota. I said this months ago. I thought he was going to be the guy with rookie or not. Obviously not Kirk Cousins being there, but he wouldn't get in there anyway. Sam Darnold, I think, is going to have one of the guys we're going to talk about this year as a bounce back good season. Can he prove you wrong? I know you're not super high on him, but can he prove you wrong at all? Because we haven't seen him. We've seen him with 6 head coaches and 7 coordinators in 5 years, Steve.
I think it would help if they could run the ball a little bit. But look, he has as a true number one of the best players in the league in Jefferson. The game is now engineered for quarterbacks to have success easier than they did in the past. I mean, kidding me? His first step for Sam Darnold, if you want to reestablish yourself as a guy that's going to start down the road in the league, if not in Minnesota, just be serviceable, protect the football, be safe, sound, and solid. You do those 3 things for 17 weeks or most of those weeks and make sure that Jefferson is fed, you can have a good run. You play in an indoor fast track, so the elements will not be an issue. It is now a throw game in the National Football League with a lot of teams. You certainly have some weapons with Addison and Jefferson. If he can't make it work here, he's not going to be able to make it work.
Yeah, I agree with you. Last thing I got for you before you leave on this thing is we've been talking about it all show long, and I don't know if you watched it or not. It's hard to watch, like you say, but I watched it until he fouled out. Is Luka overrated to you, or is this what the NBA is?
I mean, I haven't watched a minute of the finals, but I know Luka does not play one half of the floor. That's defense, and he's become a liability. And his scoring, I when I watch some of his highlights, I just really wonder, could he have consistently finished and scored the way he did or the way he does in the 90s? I don't think so. The game's a little bit different, but if you're not playing half the floor in basketball, it's hard to really say that you're the best player. So, it is what it is.
That's what I said. This is a sweep, bad for the West Coast and the Western Conference, in my opinion, but it is what it is. Celtics going to go up on our Lakers here. JJ Redick's interviewing apparently as we speak, headed to the Lakers after calling Game 3 last night, headed to interview for the Lakers.
I thought it was this weekend. Okay.
Or I guess it's supposed to have 2 different interviews in person. I think it's has the air been let out of the cell when Dan Hurley said no? And is this second fiddle now?
I don't know. This whole thing has been interesting. I think the Lakers' job, look, it's kind of a no-win situation. If you win, it's because of LeBron. If you lose, LeBron's going to use his influence to bring in a new coach. The lifespan is not long. I mean, during his, 5-6 years in L.A., we're on, his 3rd coach?
Yeah.
And that says a lot. So I don't know what to say. I think the city is very divided on LeBron. I think a lot of people are like me. They're very apathetic towards the Lakers till that guy leaves. And the clutches of Clutch Sports, I think the tentacles are all over that. Dan Hurley, in my view, made the right decision for himself. He's a much better I think it's a much better situation for him at UConn and a better lifestyle for what he is and what he wants than LA. I think he made the right choice. I don't think money's everything in life. He's already making enough money. And for JJ Redick, it'll be interesting to see how does he coach LeBron and the rest of the team given the dynamics of his relationship. And I'm just wondering, how does Anthony Davis feel about this? He's kind of important, and no one has brought up the fact, how does he feel about LeBron's podcast partner being the guy theoretically in charge? He kind of matters because he might actually be their best player night in, night out.
Yeah, no question. Last thing, Steve. The icon died yesterday, Jerry West. What did it mean to you in LA?
Well, the greatest front office guy in basketball history, and him and Ozzie Newsome are the 2 Hall of Famers that really crafted Hall of Fame administrative careers. One thing I remember about Jerry West is really the fact that every time a big move needed to be made with the Lakers, when it really mattered, he made the right choice. In 1982-83, Lakers had the choice of James Worthy, Dominique Wilkins, or Terry Cummings. You couldn't go wrong with any of them, but he chose the right guy in big game Worthy. He a better defensive player, could run the floor like no other, and he understood how to be a third banana for much of his prime. And then when James Worthy was nearly traded by Magic and Jerry Buss above his head for Mark Aguirre and Roy Tarpley after they lost to the Rockets, Jerry West said to Jerry Buss, Jerry, you're the owner. You can make any move you want, but I just want you to know, you make this trade, I'm going to resign. And that ended up, I think, saving the dynasty because they don't win the last 2 championships without him. And then obviously the summer of 1996 when he engineered the Shaq free agent acquisition. And then he also got a guy by the name of Kobe Bean Bryant, trading him for the 13th pick. And in that draft, he also got Derek Fisher. And that's the other thing that was the greatness of Jerry West. When I look at his career, his ability to consistently get players in the late portions of the draft, when many drafts in the NBA only have like 5 good players, AC Green in the mid-20s, Eldon Campbell in the late 20s, Lottie Divac in the late 20s, Nick Van Exel at 39, Derek Fisher at 24. No one can do it like the logo. One of the all-time greats.
No, there's no question. It's unbelievable. I think he drafted Steph Curry and
Klay Thompson. I know Klay Thompson was certainly one of his guys. And you look at his run with other teams. Every team he went to, he elevated that organization.
Clippers.
Yeah. So I have so much respect for Jerry West, and it was a doggone shame that Winning Time on HBO, that Jeff Pearlman in that show slandered his character. I thought it was absolute character assassination. How they portrayed Jerry West, I thought it was unfair. I just decided not to watch that crap after a while. But I think most people will fondly remember Jerry West.
What channel? You got the deal for this weekend, right? So what time are you getting there?
I'm going to probably get there around 3:30ish.
All right, bet.
All right, I'll see you guys there.
Anything you want particular on the menu?
Just make a lot of red meat. That's what I have to do.
American of you. All right, Steve, I'll see you
Talk to you guys later. See you guys later, right?
Amazing Steve Kim, man. Clap it up for him.
By the way, I don't know if anyone noticed. He doesn't have a computer in front of him. He doesn't have anything. So I don't know if you realized that he's dropped
Steve's incredible.
17 fucking draft picks
I ain't there yet. And everything he said was accurate. Like, literally accurate. I said, oh, he's incredible,
AC Green
man.
at 21, at 24,
James
96,
Worthy, 86. They trying to trade him. They got Kobe, Shaq,
Sam Perkins.
Klay Thompson. Hey, man, we got to go for a quick break before they tow our cars. Bailey, we gonna a quick commercial break, but make sure y'all don't go nowhere. We got some more topics for you, some more cooking I got to do on JB. I've been cooking them all show. Y'all never told us who won our fantasy draft. We're going to bring that topic back up later and much, much more. Bailey, take us away. Give us 5. We'll be right back. 5 to 8. We'll be right.
I don't know if you've seen it, but in Seattle has something going on with the judicial department.
I'll need to check on that.
So we were talking May 6th, 8:45?
Yeah.
That works for me.
All right.
Do I need to sign anything?
No.
I'm just out of here. My comment about my client? Yeah. I just met her. She's really nice. She's really smart. She sounds like she's got the right idea about things. I really support what she's up to, and I think it's fabulous. How about that?
God, she's accused of, what is it, criminal trespass?
In the first degree, yes.
Is she innocent or guilty?
She's innocent, of course.
She's innocent, okay. Well, she's caught on video being arrested and protesting and allegedly protesting. So I'm trying to get all sides. So
my client has pled not guilty. My name is Stephanie Mueller. I'm in the directory for the Washington State Bar Association.
Its name is Stephanie.
Why was her voice? Why was her voice so deep?
Its name is Stephanie. This is why women cannot coach men in the NBA, Smitty. This is what you have to understand is what's coming down the pipe, Smitty. This is why the women cannot be the head coach. Let me retract my statement. Women can coach in the NBA, and I think they should. They're very capable. I don't believe a woman should be a head coach of men in any sport because of situations like this. The delusion is flooding our brains. The delusion is flooding our brains. Did you drink? Are you okay? Because you had a lot of drink there. The delusion is flooding our brains. Did you see that motherfucker's nipples? Motherfuckers was hard as shit.
Bro got triple Z's.
But look how the nipple just poking out like it's like a laser beam.
It can shoot out of him.
There's no way I could call that thing Stephanie.
If she put her hands on you, like, what would you do?
I choke the shit out of it. I'm just saying, dog. Like, imagine Smitty, real shit. Like, I've been falsely accused of things, right? I'm sure we all have. But legality-wise, criminally, I've been accused falsely. Mm-hmm. And I had to say, fuck no, I ain't pleading to shit that I didn't do, which I did. And, of course, I won. Clearly, no issue. Here's the problem I have. Imagine come out of court and that motherfucker greets you as your public defender. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Well, my name is Stephanie, and I'm here to get you off all fucking charges. Are you ready to? Are you ready to fight this good fight? Motherfucking titties is out in your face. Motherfucker got titties and nipples. Hey, my name is Stephanie. I'm ready to fight the good fight. Are you? I'm also ready to fucking club the fucking offensive tackle and put that motherfucker in the QB's lap. Are you ready?
Why you sound like a superhero? Why'd your voice sound like a superhero?
Did you hear that motherfucker? Homie, did you hear the fucking voice? I mean, it's unbelievable. Just reenact this with me. Like I'm walking out, okay? I just got fucking horrible news. Jason Brown, please stand. Yes, Your Honor. We are charging you with the felony accusations of A, B, C, D. How do you plead? Not guilty, Your Honor. Please be, your arraignment will be set for February 21st. Please go outside, meet with your public defender as, what is it? She is awaiting you. Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Okay, I'm gonna walk out. Bailey, cue it up. Bailey, show what I'm walking out to. I'm walking out to court. I'm walking out to meet my fucking public defender. And what is your name, sir?
She sounds like she's got the right idea about things. I really support.
Excuse me? What? 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 Judge, convict me now! Please take me to jail! All right. Coach Chef JB is in the bar tending mode tonight. All right, I'm here in the Slapdick Cigar Lounge and studio, of course, and we got all these goodies, and I'm about to make a paloma and show you the proper way to make one. Real grapefruit, a real lime, and we're going to get down and show you all these great things today. All right, first of all, we're going to take this lime. God damn, I'm legit, ain't I? Woo-hoo, look at that. I want to put a little bit on the rim, all right? And then you can dip it in this. Or if you don't like the gel, I'm not a huge fan. We're going to dip it in that. Now we got our rim. I got the legit Paloma cups and the whole deal. Take some ice, throw it in there. Now, to your drink of choice, or to your strength of choice, I'm gonna put the tequila in first. This is actually a nice, cheap, clean mixer tequila. Much cleaner than Hornitos, I found out. So, I'm heavy-handed as shit. So, I'm gonna put that in there. Gotta get you a squirt. Gotta get you a good old squirt, all right? And we're going to take a little lime. We're going to squeeze that lime in there. Bam. All right. We're going to take a little grapefruit. We're going to squeeze that real grapefruit in there. It's a real Paloma, by the way. You don't know about these Palomas. This is real deal. Then you're going to pop this squirt. Then we're going to stir it up. Damn. Woo! Bomb. Refreshing fire drink. Real Coach Chef JB. Paloma Day. Peace. Here we go. Out the oven. Just took it out, all that goodness. Put it on that skillet right there in the oven at the very end for about 4 minutes. Just to make sure it's thorough. It's about 139, which is a good medium. Slight medium rare on the side a little bit. So I'm sure we'll let it sit for about 10 minutes. We'll cut into it. Peace. All right, here we go. We're going to cut that bitch open. Let's check it out. Yeah. God damn, look at that. We want to cut where the bone's not, so let's see where the bone is. There we go. So now, we cut that off. That bit's open. This is, oh my goodness, look at that. Look at this. God damn. That is nice. Let me just tell you. I don't even have to hold it. It's so fucking moist and soft. This is barbecued, by the way, not smoked. This will cut your finger right off. Look at this. Whew. Coach Chef JB. Peace. Let's do this, man. I got a daily rant for that ass. Bailey, bring my music in, man. Let's do this.
Without a doubt. It's Compton in the house. Without a doubt. It's Compton in the house. Without a doubt.
All right. Listen, 2 days ago in Oakland, California, a 77-year-old man was arrested for shooting and killing one of 3 home invaders. Let me get this straight. In his house, on his property. Yes, let me fucking say it again. For all the fucks out there who think this shit is okay in California. A man shot someone protecting his family, his property, and was thrown in jail. So the criminal who invaded the home, tried to harm this man and his family, has 0 charges today. Yet the man defending his life, his house, his family faces jail time. Fuck this shit, man. I just got to be straight real with you. We need to change, and it's time for the fucking majority to speak and silence the minority. The fucking minority is clearly in control here. It's clearly speaking for the majority, and we need to flip that script. I'm just telling you, they're clearly in control, and until the majority speaks up, we are doomed, America. The right to bear arms is up for debate now, if you haven't noticed. Our Constitution is up for debate, if you haven't noticed. And they're trying to change it little by little. And this ain't the good kind of change either. I'm fed up, man. Truly am. And I'm willing to be one of those majority stakeholders that I'm referring to. Speak up or forever be silenced, America. That's a JB's Daily Rant. And Smitty says so. And I got to make it make sense as well later on. We'll see you on the other side.
Yeah. I like that, JB. Hey, sometimes you got to come on here and spit that real. I didn't hear that story, and that's a shame that like somebody can break into your home and you can't even protect your own family. Like that doesn't make sense.
Hey, I don't know if there's a video or not, but this happened in Oakland, California. Oakland is an absolute third world country right now. You think LA is bad outside these windows that we go out and just put money in our parking right now? It's even worse in Oakland, which is 6-hour drive up north. It's worse in Oakland, California right now. San Francisco, LA. These 3 big cities out here in Cali are bad right now. I'm just telling you, this guy, Smitty, just put it in perspective. You sitting at home with your girl or your wife and you sleep.
Yeah.
3 a.m. You hear some shit. Motherfuckers are in your house. 3 motherfuckers are in your house trying to take your shit, fucking kill you, do whatever they may do. Assault your wife, whatever. The most unfathomable shit they're trying to do to you. And you cannot protect your motherfucking self? Come on, man. Make it make sense. That should have probably been a make it make sense, but I was so pissed I had to do a daily rant on it. It makes 0 sense. 77-year-old man, I think he's a former military man, is in jail right now, Smitty, because he protected his fucking family and house. His house that he rightfully earned to buy. These motherfucking nobodies, bitch-ass cats were trying to take it from him. What he's earned. Make it make sense.
I can't. I'm almost speechless, man. I hope there's some justice that's served. Hope this man is not spending too much time in jail. Hope he can get out. And then he's 77 years old, too. That just makes it even worse. He's an old man, lived his life. You got him in jail for
Christian XL. That's a great point, Christian XL. I actually saw your comment just now. It's funny, but it's true. Like, Smitty, you got to, disarm the motherfucker, put him in a figure 4 leg lock, full Nelson the motherfucker, and then choke him out. And you got to do that with all 3 cats, though.
UFC
they all
style.
got strapped. They got strapped, but you got to, be fucking John Wick.
Right. Equalizer.
Don't say nothing. What?
Just wow.
What the fuck are we doing? You got to put his motherfucking figure 4. Take the gun, pull the clip out that motherfucker. Homie, you got to do some John Wick shit.
You got to legit train to be
I
prepared.
hit my funny bone on the chair.
You all right? Shit,
I
numb?
don't know if I made finish the show, but
that's what. Hey,
that's
contrary to belief, though. Nah, funny bone's a motherfucker, bro.
Oh yeah, but it's your generation that you would have left. You would have went to the doctor.
I can't wait till I get some of my coaches on here. You gonna be mind blown, JB. You're gonna be mind blown at the stories you're gonna hear.
Fucking, funny bone. That motherfucker he would have tapped out. Coach, I can't come out. See me, my motherfucking ass would have. Get your motherfucking ass in. I ain't got no other 3 technique. I ain't got no shade. Get your motherfucking ass back in there. You know what I'm saying? Smitty the nose guard in the 50 front. This motherfucker tapping out. We got no nose in the game.
You have to drive me off the field, JB. You have to drive me off the field, homie. You must not know me.
Shout out to the 77-year-old veteran who's in jail right now.
Get him out.
Let me be honest, Smitty. This is why Californians, OG Californians like myself and everyone that my mom's still here, OGs that I know, we're true Californians. This is our home. This is where we're from. We'll defend it like a military would defend their country. This is what we would do, and that's why I always talk about. It's easy to get up and pack up and bounce, but no change is going to happen. And if it ain't me, then who? That's how I say it. If it ain't me, then who? I just think somebody has to stand for something, or we're going to just keep falling for everything. Eventually, what's going to happen? California has nobody? Come on. If you drive around California, you still know. Ain't nobody fucking left this bitch.
Travis is insane.
Ain't nobody left. More people are actually coming to California, contrary to your motherfucking census bureaus out there.
100%.
Get the fuck out of here. Just because you see 20,000 leave in 3 years, don't think
30,000 came in. Right.
There's more motherfuckers here. It's still the most populous state. By the way, contrary to all your fucking census bureaus, we do border Mexico. The most undocumented border crossing in the world is right here in San Diego. I just want to make sure you're clear on that. I don't know if 1% of those undocumented motherfuckers are in the Census Bureau. So trust me, it's still rat-packed a shithole. But listen, it's my shithole. Smitty, it's my shithole. That sounds your shithole. Whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. So I stand on business. Let's get the presidency. Let's whoever the fuck it is. Let's get this motherfucker thinking right to where we shut this border down, get our shit back, blow up those fucking ships right outside of Florida right now, start some major shit cracking. Whatever we gotta do, let's do it.
Get the gas prices down.
Get the gas prices down. We gotta blow up a fucking
get the bread prices
up the Florida coast. Hey, you know what's funny though, Smitty?
What?
And I know Joe Accord, the weatherman's in this motherfucker. I gotta be honest. It's ironic that 2 Russian subs and ships roll in 60 miles from Florida, and then all of a sudden Florida's underwater. I'm just saying it's ironic.
What you saying right now?
It's ironic.
What are you saying though?
It's just ironic. It's funny that it's just a cloud cover goes over Cuba and Florida because it's separated by I think 91 1 mile.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge cloud cover, goes right over the ships and the subs, and no satellite can see them all of a sudden. And then Miami's underwater today. Wido and everybody, I hope you're all straight. I haven't heard from Wido, and that motherfucker. Florida's underwater right now. All the Floridians in the house. D. Jones, how bad is it? Oh, D. Jones, you must be up north. You don't know about your state. That's crazy.
That's what I've been saying. Don't believe it. They see on social media.
Oh, no, it's real. I already guarantee. Miami's underwater, D. Jones. I don't know if you realize that. Tampa's close to being underwater. D. Jones, that's a shocker to me because as much shit you talk about knowing so motherfucking much,
it's a South Florida
and
thing.
you in Florida and don't know in your own state that you're half of your shit. Like, let me be honest. It's like a fat bitch stepping on the goddamn diving board. If a fat bitch stepped on the end of that motherfucker, he's going to flip you that way. If the bottom of Florida just snapped off right now, you wouldn't know shit. This motherfucker don't know shit in his own state.
Captain Lucky said Tampa good out here. He said Tampa good.
D. Jones don't give a fuck about Miami, he said. He's Homer Jacksonville like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he Jacksonville or nothing, boy.
Hey, but I saw some videos. Bailey, I don't know if you can find a video off topic, but there's a video of Dade County, Broward. That shit is underwater. Like, it's fucking sharks in the motherfucker, gators. I wouldn't want to be flooded in Florida, Smitty. Gators,
at all.
Sharks, just
crocodiles,
rolling up the street though. You go out to walk your dog, and a motherfucker just got like a fish line. Just
I don't care how gangster you think you are. You see an alligator. Ain't enough gangsters in the world. Oh, you wouldn't, JB. What? Stop. See, that's what I don't like on this show. You want to be too tough sometimes. You ain't doing nothing with a gator.
Too slow.
What you doing with the gator, JB?
How fast are motherfuckers?
What you doing with the gator?
I'm talking about on land. I'm not talking
quick
about
as hell.
I'm not talking about swimming though.
No, they're quick as they move slow because they chilling. They trying to throw you off. But when they ready to attack, find a video if you can of a fucking gator like full attack. Gators are.
No, we don't want to see that. We want to see the water. That's just.
We want to see the gator eating so I can show you.
Underwater, dog. South Florida's underwater.
They don't know what to do. You know these bugs.
You know what's funny?
Gator, the fucking flood.
You know what's crazy? Like, I'll put a gator in a fucking full Nelson, like the 77-year-old in the home invasion. Let me ask you something.
Don't ask me that.
Miami and South Florida is similar to California as far as drought goes. I don't know if you knew that, Smitty.
Florida rains.
South Florida has been in a bad water drought for a very long time, similar to Southern California.
Really?
All of a sudden, Miami gets infested, drowned out of nowhere. It's not a great thing when you get fucking all that water when you've been on a drought for so long, and then you just get tons of water. Like California, we saw last 2 years, we've got a shitload of water.
Mm-hmm.
It's not great for drainage. It's not great for sanitary. It's just an unsanitized type of water.
Here you go, JB.
Look at that shit, Smitty.
Oh, that ain't too bad.
You crazy as hell. That ain't even the bad part.
I'm from Indiana, so like a flood.
Yeah, that's not bad, but that's not even the worst.
That's cool. That's regular. That's regular.
There's cars underwater.
Look, they driving like they ain't even
that must not be where the main part. That must be Jacksonville. We're fucking deep.
Nah, Jacksonville is beautiful, sunny, 78 degrees right now. D. Jones watching this show out on his patio right now, and that's what I was saying. Like, I'm not trying to call you out, but it rained a lot in Florida, JB. I've been to Florida a lot of times and for years, and it rains a lot.
I know, but they have a drought. A heavy drought is in the southern parts of Florida.
That's interesting. That's interesting. All right.
I mean, look it up.
I ain't saying he's wrong. That's interesting.
No, I'm just saying Florida has drought just like we have. There's some parts of Florida that have been in. Come on, all the Florida people in here, please tell us that you guys have had droughts. God damn.
Let me ask you this, man, because I promised the chat, you know, if you guys been tuning in for the entire show, you started going in on Jason Tatum earlier, so I want to bring this back up. Assuming the Celtics win this series, which no team has ever in NBA history came back down 0-3, so the Celtics will win this series. Where does this put Jason Tatum amongst the best players in the league today, currently? Like, is he top 5 now? Is he in the conversation for the best player in the league? Because typically the best player on the championship team, we kind of give the crown. Like when Giannis and the Bucks won, we was like, all right, Giannis best player in the league. Jokic won, Jokic best player in the league. Like Steph won, like we say, well, it's probably LeBron, but Steph was right there. Like we always kind of give them like that top spot. But Tatum, it seems like it's been weird energy this entire kind of playoffs. How do you feel about him? Fully.
He couldn't be no MVP for me. Jaylen Brown's clearly the MVP on this team.
Clearly?
Clearly.
Tatum was hooping yesterday.
But he hoops, again, stats tell the lie. look at the game when it got to nut crunching time. Who had the ball? I mean, literally, I was going to film it because it literally was a point to get Jason Tatum the rock when the game became a 2-point game. And Jaylen Brown had the ball with 2 minutes left all the time, and Tatum was over there on the wing. You imagine that happening to any superstar in the last, let's just say, 3 generations. Do you see Kobe sitting over there without the rock? Jordan, LeBron. Let's be honest. LeBron has to do something to kick it to Kyrie for the winner. But he has the action.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Kyrie got the action, like we said yesterday on the show. I have to see him go at the rim. And his first bucket was him.
Yep.
And I picked him. Obviously, I won a little money last night.
I told you. Called it on here.
But let's be honest. Tatum's not that guy.
But what about the first half when Brown was ice cold and only had like 8 points, and Tatum was keeping them in the game?
Yeah,
remember, the
half.
Mavs came out hot.
Yeah, but
so
then they were down.
Tatum kept them alive.
But then they were down.
Tatum kept them alive.
He hit a big 3 and all that. But I'm saying,
I mean, he had 30. He had 31 as well.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, look at when Tatum,
you're saying when they got the points, but 31 is 31. Like you needed my 31 to even be in this position to where your points matter.
We broke Tatum down a couple weeks back. And we're like, look at the points. He had 30 then, but the points are like.
Okay, F points then. Let's look at game 2 because he hasn't been scoring that well this year. Game 2, I think a triple-double or damn near 18 points, 12 assists, 9 rebounds. You talk about the action going through you. The action was going through Tatum, even though his shot wasn't going in. But again, he still got criticized because, well, his shot ain't going in. Jaylen Brown playing better than him. So now last night, his shot is actually going in. He's having an extremely good offensive game. And now it's like, what about? It's like, and that's why he made that comment. He's like, it don't matter what I do, I'm going to get criticism. I'm never doing enough. If I'm not shooting a lot, I'm getting assists, it's not enough. If I'm winning, but my stats are there, I'm not doing enough. If I'm getting stats, dropping 40, but we're not winning, it's not enough. It's like, damn. So that's why I'm asking. I mean, I think if they win this finals, we might not like it, but you got to put them in the conversation for top 5 player in the league right now.
I don't.
You got to put them in conversation. You got to put them above Luka.
He's not.
Because right now hold on, let's be real. Most of us got Luka in our top 5. Most people do.
So is Tatum. As far as the first team All-NBA, both of them guys are in there. I told you that I don't believe Tatum should be in there, and I definitely wouldn't have Luka in there.
But the consensus conversation, I don't feel like everybody had Tatum in their top 5. I get the All-NBA. I hear you. But when you talk barbershop talk.
Do your top 5 off the top of the head right now.
Top of the head. No order. Top of the head.
You got to pick right now 5 guys.
No order, though. Joker. This is tough as fuck.
Not tough.
Joker.
Yeah.
Embiid.
Okay. You have all centers?
No, let me think for a minute. Me personally,
it's just your best 5. It doesn't even matter about position.
I think Steph's
5 centers.
I know. I think Steph's still in it. Maybe at the bottom, but I think Steph's still in it. Damn. This is a tough question.
Let me ask you a question while you're thinking it. By the way, people say that it's an oxymoronic statement. You can't think about it while I'm asking you another question, and then you having to answer that question.
Because your brain can't do that, can you?
My brain can, but yours can't. But
mine's are like everybody else. Are you just separate or what?
It's oxymoron. Like, you could ask me a question while I'm thinking about your last shit. I got a separate brain compartment that actually put that shit over there on the side, and then I can tell you your question, and I can do that from another cat too.
I'm gonna ask you 2 things right now. Then.
No, we're not gonna play the game right now.
Then,
we'll play that game later. But
don't fuck with me then.
Let me ask you this though, real shit to everybody out there.
Giannis.
This is a hot take. I take LeBron over Luka still right now. Even though I don't, you know me, I do not like LeBron. I take LeBron right now over Luka. I'm just keeping it real.
Nah, you know why? Because LeBron don't play no defense either right now.
Yeah, but
he's just as bad. He's just as bad.
I know. I told you.
He's just as bad.
That's why I said
LeBron will literally just stand to the side. Like, he don't give a fuck.
Hold on, though. My point
at this point in his career.
It's all the hypocritical.
They're the same player.
Let me say all the hypocritical takes out there. I said Luka does what he does because of who?
Kyrie? Just a kid? Allow it?
I said LeBron.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. It's been a long show.
I said LeBron, right?
You said LeBron. You did say that.
So if I'm going to pick one of those 2, I'm going to at least have
pick the leader.
Original. I'm going to at least take the original. I'm just
saying.
But
LeBron couldn't even get the Lakers a win in the first round. At least, say what you want about Luka. His offensive bag to me at this point is better than LeBron's offensive bag at this point. And Luka's offensive bag is great enough to at least get you there. Now, maybe they ain't good enough to win it, but he's enough to get you there. Now, listen, I've been on the guy on the hill by myself saying the Celtics are going to win it all from the get-go. I don't even think if Luka was playing good defense, they would win the series. I do think it'd be more competitive. I didn't see it going this way. I thought it would be like a 6-game series, but the Celtics are just the better team. Let's just call it what it is.
Who's your top 5? Because
all right,
I would find it
Giannis, Joker, Embiid. I still got Steph in there, and then I would have said Luka. It would have been Luka. I'm gonna put Luka in there still for right now because the series ain't over yet. As of right now today, I'm gonna put Luka in there. Embiid, Giannis, Steph, Joker, and Luka right now.
Smitty watched Luka last night. You know damn well.
I got SGA real close though. Okay, see, I got a lot of close people after that.
How could you have Luka in there after you've been?
Because I can't let one series or a couple of games take away from exactly. I've been watching everything. So I've seen everything. I've seen the playoffs. I've seen the last series, how he took over. Sorry, the series before that, how he took over. Remember, the Mavs were a 5th or a 6th seed, and they're in the finals. And so again, I can't just remove. That's our problem with today's society. We have like a short attention span. What have you done for me lately? You have 2 bad games. Now you're shitty. Now everything you did before that is just we forgot about that. I didn't forget everything else before Luka. So Luka right now is still top 5. But again, if they go out here and win this next game, whatever, and Tatum wins Finals MVP, which we'll see, I think you got to replace Luka with Tatum. You got to.
I'm gonna go Ben Simmons, Zion Williamson.
Okay. Lonzo Ball.
I was trying to go like all the Ball brothers.
Who your top 5 right now? No order. It's kind of tough though.
All of them, Kawhi, everybody that don't play. Top 5 for me, man.
And it's tough though when you
Embiid is kind of like I'll be honest. To me, I take AD over Jason Tatum. I take AD over Luka. I'll take AD over. And let me break down the whole rationale of everything.
Now you're talented.
AD
brother.
is in my opinion top 3 skill set talented guys there are. I take him over Towns, Gobert. I take him over Embiid. If you watch him in his prime when he's fully healthy, AD is unguardable. Now, because I would also have Kawhi Leonard in there if he played.
Oh yeah, but
he don't play.
His knees fucked up.
So
that's a wrap.
Then you have to think about: is Devin Booker really a guy? Is Dame Lillard really a top 5 echelon guy? Do they play both sides of the ball? Do they give effort? Like I'm breaking it out. It's my list. So if I were to break that down like that, then it's such a tough list. Embiid played injured at least.
He did. And
so I give him kudos for that.
Yes, he did.
I'm gonna put Embiid in there to anchor.
You got to.
Joker. So those are gonna be my center forward if we're gonna look at it like that.
Nah, just pick your 5.
I'm gonna put Jalen Brunson in there because he showed me nuts and guts and he balled. I like Jalen Brunson. He fits my mold.
You gonna talk about right now?
Top 5, yep. Oh. I would have him over Tatum if it was first team all MVP.
Well,
and we're talking about right now anyway, right? We're talking about this year.
Shout out to Jalen Brunson.
But we're talking about right now, right? We're talking about our best team right now. It's not about last year. We're talking
Brunson.
Right now.
Shout out to Jalen Brunson.
I got Jalen Brunson.
As crazy he was, they couldn't get past the Pacers, though.
Yeah, I got Jalen Brunson. He broke his wrist or whatever.
Oh, shit.
And then I'm looking at guys that are on the fringe, like a Jaylen Brown, who I would have over Tatum in my 5, even though I think he's still inconsistent as well. Right. But I'm not top 5 wise.
So you got Brunson, you got Joker,
Embiid.
You got to have Giannis, I'm assuming. Ooh.
Injured too, man.
Ooh.
But yeah, I'm putting Giannis.
Yeah, he ain't injured like that, though.
I'll put Giannis, of course, because he's just the freak of the whole deal.
Freak.
And then number 5, man.
I told you it's harder when you think about it.
Number 5 on the entire list, I'm going to put the youngster.
Which one?
Anthony
Edwards.
And Edwards.
I'm not mad with that. That's my favorite player.
And Edwards, because I think he has a little bit of dog in him.
I think next year he
wasn't
will
impressed with his superstar status. I think he screwed the pooch, as everyone called the next superstar. But right now, going forward, I would put him in there.
Oh, going forward, I would too. Going forward, that's my guy. I just think
you got Ant and Brunson. I got my forward center combo. And then whoever you put at the 3.
I love Brunson, and I know we might get Brunson on our show one day. And he's a dog mentality. I love all the intangibles about him. His leadership from afar, his toughness, his grittiness. He knows how to, get buckets. But like, it's hard. Like top 5 though, JB. Like, best players in the world.
Look what
You got to think about talent. You got to think about how far you've led your team. You got to think about, like, the Mavs went further without him. Say what you want about the numbers and the stats and all that shit. I get his numbers were fucking ridiculous. Like you always say, numbers don't always tell the full picture. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, you lost in the second round against a good Pacers team. But that Pacers team wasn't incredible. Halliburton, I think, missed the game. Like you went against a Pacers. Like I'm saying, if you're top 5. You got to at least get your team to the damn conference finals game in the East.
Oh no, you say
how you top 5?
You on this show all the time talk about a cat injury don't affect it. My brother broke his wrist and still played. Like he look what he did numbers wise, and he shows me he's got nuts and guts.
I don't know if he broke his wrist. I don't know if he broke his wrist.
My top 5. That's
I like the grittiness all that stuff.
I do like Maxey.
And a top 5 talent,
I couldn't put Maxey in top 5 yet, but I do like Maxey.
So you tell me, like, for real, like, no bullshit. You think Russ is better than Steph right now today in the current moment, not what he will be right now. I don't believe you believe that.
Because we're talking about right now.
Exactly, like right now, and June 13th, but June 13th right now, who the best player? I'm not saying who would you draft because like he's younger. I'm saying right now, if we had a game today, who's the best player?
Yeah, he's a gamer, man.
You got Brunson above Steph Curry. Brunson above Steph Curry, okay.
Yeah, I mean, because
all
time, of course not.
Not duh.
I'm talking about right now.
You said right now. You got him above Steph Curry. You got him above Steph Curry. Okay, hold on, make sure. Hey, Bailey, did you take a screenshot of our fantasy picks earlier? Okay, take a screenshot. I didn't get a chance because we were moving around so fast here, and I write so sloppy.
Our lighting goes on the whiteboard.
It's all good. We can see. We're from the hood. We can see it enough. Tell us who won the fantasy draft. Let me read mine. I know I'm left-handed. I write very, very sloppy. So for my quarterback, I got CJ Stroud, man. I just see him, getting a lot of points on my fantasy draft from a standpoint of touchdowns, pass, yards. He doesn't scramble a lot, which is why I think JB got the best quarterback in Josh Allen. Josh Allen's going to do everything. He's going to run. He's going to throw. He's going to give you all the points. Running back, though, I feel incredible. I got CMC. He's a guy who does everything for the 49ers. He's a true utility guy. And then I got Jonathan Taylor, who I think is the best, like, true running back. Like, in the backfield, him and the ball, none of that extra shit. Like, just go. I got the 2 best running backs in the league on my roster. At wide out, Tyreek Hill, the man was on pace for 2,000 receiving yards before he got hurt for like 2 games. The guy is explosive. He's unguardable speed. From a fantasy standpoint, he was one of the top guys last year in points. I love him right there. And then I got Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, listen, the only reason why his stats were a little low last year is because his quarterback wasn't there. Joe Burrow is healthy. He's going to be back. Him and Jamar Chase is one of the best 1-2 punches, in the league. Jamar Chase will have a big-time year. I'm very confident about that. At my tight end, man, I got Mark Andrews. Listen, he got hurt last year. He's not a guy who's injury-prone, no. He got hurt last year. It's the only reason why he was not in the top conversation of tight ends. Him and Lamar Jackson, man, that's Lamar Jackson's safety net. If you know anything about, watching Lamar Jackson, and really a lot of these kind of dual-threat quarterbacks, they love throwing in the middle of the field, love throwing to their tight ends. Mark Andrews will have a bounce-back season. At my flex, and I like this a lot, man. Amon St. Brown, man, for the Detroit Lions, just got paid this year. Well deserved. This guy's a dog. He's a dog. His dad, was one of those Olympic lifters. Had him as a kid, grinding as a 7 years old in the weight room, being, having to go through the mud to really get to this point. He's a tough, gritty guy. He's not your typical diva receiver, and he's a guy that's going to get big-time yards with Jared Goff at QB. My kicker, the GOAT, Justin Tucker. Nothing else needs to be said there. And then for defense, you got the Steelers, man. Every single year, especially under Mike Tomlin, this defense, even before Mike Tomlin, this defense has always been good. I don't care if it's a bad season, make the playoff, miss the playoff. The Steelers are always a top 10 defense in the league. I won this fantasy draft. I don't know what JB thinks.
I misspoke earlier. That's why I changed midstream, by the way. I caught myself midstream because we couldn't see the chat. We didn't have no idea, but I remembered that Hawkinson wasn't a Lion, so that's when I changed. If you notice, I went to Tyler Higbee.
Amon Ross, my fault, same shit.
I went to Higbee for the Rams, just so we're clear. So I took Hawkinson out because I forgot the whole thing. I think that's Laporta or whatever now. The tight end in Detroit, Laporta.
Laporta?
Yeah.
I think Laporta.
Hawkinson went to the goddamn, what do you call it? So I changed midstream, went to Tyler Higbee. My list is clear and cut better. We don't even have to go through my list. So it is what it is. Amon St. Brown, no shout out to the Compton.
Amon Ross St. Brown, huh?
Yeah.
I was saying it wrong.
Shout out
Outside
to
my
the
saying.
Compton legend.
I got dyslexia, y'all. My fault.
Yeah.
They call it, and this chat will call out everything. You can't
Oh, the chat
fucking.
said that?
Yeah, you can't even. You can't
Hey,
burp on
baby,
this
I
show.
texted you a picture. If you
It's in. He said it's in.
Oh, it's in. Real quick, because this Christian, this motherfucker keeps saying this.
What do you say? JB, there is no drought in Florida. You're lying, JB. Christian Alexander.
The year started off with a severe drought affecting the Tampa Bay area and surroundings. Then several heavy rain episodes happened, vanishing the drought. By the beginning of March and the beginning of April, the entire state was drought-free. But by the end of April, abnormally dry conditions started to sneak in over the Treasure Coast, through Lake Oshkosh, and by mid-May, the drought had worsened a category to a moderate drought stretching from the Space Coast to the Southwest Coast through Sarasota and Lake Okeechobee. The lack of cold fronts traveling south enough is mostly to blame for the expanding drought in Florida. Now, where you at, motherfucker? Where's your bitch ass at, Christian fucking shitbird bitch boy looking like fucking fake ass goddamn, what's that rapper's name?
Post Malone.
Post Malone looking ass old bitch ass motherfucker. I want to make sure I address your bitch ass since you made several of the same posts in the chat. Let's see. That's one, Smitty.
Okay. The real question, how did I know you was talking about Post Malone?
That's because we're on the same page. All right, here.
Two.
That's two.
Yeah.
That's two. Motherfucker said it twice.
Okay.
Okay, that's two.
Three.
Three.
Ain't no way it's more than three.
Three.
Ain't no
Oh,
way.
the motherfucker wanted to be seen, homie. He's going to be seen. I'll make you famous, yo bitch ass motherfucker. I'll make your bitch ass famous real easy. Where's that? There's three right there so far. Three. He said it again, too. But
It can't be more. It can't be more than
no,
three.
I'm telling you, this motherfucker said it 3 or 4 times. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I just come on here and say whatever. I just say whatever. This motherfucker always wants attention like a bitch. So I'm going to give you attention like a bitch. Post Malone, old fake looking ass motherfucker. Where you at now, homie? We're going to wait for him. We're going to wait for him to respond.
We won't say anything else until he responds.
Just push it. Count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Change to 3.
Change to 3. Change to 3.
Turn the camera to me.
Turn the camera. Hold it. Stay in that plate. Hold it. Don't move, JB. Stay in that plate. Don't move. Don't move.
3.
Don't move.
Bam.
Don't move.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
Look at that.
What's that? Where you at now?
20.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 30.
35.
35. Jumping jack. Jumping jacks.
Nah.
He respond yet?
Put it back to 1.
He respond yet? Well, I look down, look lean. I ain't look the waist in 2 weeks. I look lean in them. You heard. What?
Where's he at?
He's out there responding. I just found it now. Look at Leah. Look at
He
Leah.
didn't respond. Motherfucker, you ain't responded to shit. Motherfucker. You ain't responded to shit. Motherfucker said it 4 times there was no drought. I brought up the stat line on your motherfucking ass. Oh, bitch ass.
Anyway, man, let's move on to the biggest topic of the show. We brought it up earlier. Joey Chestnut, man, is facing off Kobayashi in a head-to-head. Labor Day, Weiner takes Saul. I think this is going to be bigger than the other event.
What is it? Takes Saul?
Weiner takes Saul, man.
What is it?
Weiner takes Saul, man. I think it'll be bigger than the actual event that they kick my man's out of or suspend him, whatever you're going to say. Let me ask you this, man. What is your prediction on our guy, Joey Chestnut? How many glizzies will he take down and will he win against my guy, Kobayashi?
It's going to be an ass-kicking contest.
Ooh-wee.
We already know. He already owns Kobayashi.
Because he's actually been training. He's been working.
Yeah.
He's been drinking gallons of water. He's been taking down as many hot dogs down the throat. He's been eating like sausages and brats, which are bigger than hot dogs, so it can make it easier for when he takes down the hot dog. He's been really prepping his lungs and just kind of making sure he's getting his tonsils prepared, his gut ready. It's a lot of work that goes into taking down these hot dogs as fast as they take them down.
Talk about tonsils and throat goat and all kinds of shit a lot.
What's the number? I say he's going to eat 68 hot dogs.
Really?
I think he's only 68.
I think he's gonna hit 80.
80?
His record's what, 76?
Yeah.
He's gonna break his record. He hot right now. I hit up Joey. I text Joey yesterday.
What a picture. Look at this picture right here.
I text Joey and I said, Joey, don't eat until Labor Day.
Nah, that's gonna make his stomach shrink.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Don't eat nothing. I want you to fast until Labor Day. Coach JB said, Joey, don't eat nothing.
Oh, his record was 76 in 10 minutes.
What'd I say? Did I say 76? See, I don't need no laptop. I'm Steve Kim too.
How long is their head gonna be? Like is it 10 minutes?
I don't know what the wiener fucking thing
because
is.
the time, the what?
I don't know what the wiener thing is.
Because the time actually matters. Let me see.
It don't matter. He gonna hit 70.
This shit gonna be on Netflix.
He gonna hit 80.
So it's gonna be on Netflix.
I got him hitting 80.
It's gonna be on Netflix.
Okay,
that's a big deal. I can't wait to watch. We gotta do a cookout on that day.
Like a porn.
This is fucking.
This motherfucker holding this shit like this, like.
No, they're both holding it. They're both fighting for the hot dog. They both fighting for the hot dog. Can you see that shit? It's a hot dog. You got Kobayashi hand on one, and you got chestnut on the other one.
Shit don't look right.
Chestnut, Kobayashi, and a wiener.
No, they chew the hot dog. You can't just swallow that.
Well, they put it in water and they fucking take 2 bites and they swallow the rest.
Because it's a bun too, right?
Yes, they put it. Shit, it's so nasty. They put it in water. Something disgusting. It's so nasty. I know, but what I'm saying, you like they over there just chewing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a race, motherfucker. They swallowing that motherfucker whole.
What can we do food wise in here?
A hot wing eating contest. I was hoping you gonna ask me that. Let's do a wing eating or taco eating contest. Street tacos, of course. In 1 minute, who can eat the most street tacos? I would love to do that.
I don't want to eat that much
wings then.
But I don't want to eat it.
Okay. Let's do a hot wing.
I'm on diet. I mean, look how.
Well, let's do like a hot thing. Like
solid.
Who can go the longest? Well, now drinking water after eating, you look better. We're not gonna hate that. You look better than you used to look. You were looking, but that's not saying a lot. You were looking horrible. So my thing is, let's do a hot wing or hot habanero pepper eating contest. That's who can sit here the long. Well, what the fuck do? You ask me the question. You don't want to eat a lot. You don't want to eat nothing hot. What do you want to do? Don't ask me that shit no more. How about you get somebody? What's Big Buddy to be sitting down on the interview with the ice cream and shit during the interviews? Your boy.
Glenny Balls.
Get Glenny Balls on here, and me and Glenny will go at it. How about that? Since you scared to get this work, I'm competitive. I fucking beat you in pull-ups, push-ups, jumping jacks, wing eating contest, motherfucking shots. We take shots to the head contest, fight, boxing, hopscotch.
But I already beat you in this.
Jump rope. You lost in that. Everybody say your shit was shitty.
I already beat you in that.
Let's move on to some hell yeah or hell no's, man. Brought to you by Rebet. One of the biggest betting social sponsors of all time.
He's talking about he stay on the motherfucker. I ain't heard Rebet in 6 months.
So I'm bringing that shit back so we can get that. We need that fucking money.
We had no production meeting on Rebet.
We need that fucking money.
Baby. I got, you know what?
Hell yeah.
Hey, you know what? Make it make sense. I gotta make it make sense like a motherfucker. Hey,
it ain't good.
We're not gonna talk about. I won't just do that to Bailey. I'm not gonna do that to Bailey. Motherfucker just do anything. Bailey, this ain't a directed show, Bailey. This ain't a production. Hey, real quick though.
It's really, I'm on track. We're gonna end the show with hell no.
Real quick though.
JB, take a shot. JB, let me see.
One of my homies came out in recent news that's in jail right now that we all know. Suge Knight.
Oh, shit.
Marion Suge Knight grew up with, of course.
That's your homie?
Of course it is. Let me ask you something. He's come out and said he is in fear of losing his life because he knows P. Diddy is an informant. He's known this, and he knows too much about P. Diddy. So I don't know if you've seen this.
I heard that.
Candace Owens has also similarly come out yesterday, I believe, on that British dude. I don't really know his name. And Candace Owens has came out and said some disturbing news, dropping some stuff and proof about Charles Manson, homie.
The serial killer?
The serial
the cult
killer.
Leader?
Say serial?
Serial.
The serial, Piers Morgan is who Candace Owens was on. Would you hit Candace Owens? It's not quite as scared. Don't even talk about her politics.
I don't put my hands on women.
You'll hit.
I don't put my hands on women, JB.
Smitty know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Charles Manson's a CIA informant. P. Diddy's a CIA informant. Kanye West showed Candace Owens text messages. I mean, I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there. Shit. We're going to break that down. I got to make it make sense tomorrow. I got a whole rundown.
The whole show going to be on that tomorrow.
The whole show.
The whole show going to be on that. Like, no sports. Hell yeah, hell no, man. Brought to you by Rebet. Brought to you by Prostate. Brought to you by BetOnline. Make sure you download all those apps and tell them Big Smitty and JB sent you there. Hell yeah or hell no. Caleb Williams will win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Hell no. He ain't going to even win the starting job after 5 weeks.
Who they back up?
I don't know.
They even got a backup.
I don't even have a backup.
No, that's a hater right there, though.
Candace
like
Owens
that.
do look like she'll suck the golf ball through a water hose. Go ahead. Go next.
Harbaugh, hell yeah, hell no. Harbaugh and Herbert will make the playoffs together in year one. Uh-oh.
Real quick, my mind just goes all the way around the whole AFC just now. I do see him making an impact. I do see the Chargers being better, even if wins don't prove.
Hey, answer my question, JB.
I'm gonna say hell no. I don't think they get over it yet. I think he's building a team on a 3-year level. Even though I think he'll have a winning record this year, I don't think they'll get in the playoffs.
Won't be enough. 11-6 won't be something like 10-7.
I think they'll have a good year. I
enough.
don't think Denver's going to be out. So we're talking, and I'm a believer in Oakland, Vegas. I think the Raiders have a real chance here with the model that AP is bringing in there. So if we're at it, and everyone in here is going to say the defending champs are going to get in. So you're going to have the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Raiders possibly getting in. That's 3 teams from the West right there. And then let's be honest, the AFC South now you're breaking down the Colts, who's got a better roster, but I'm not a believer in the Q. The Jacksonville. And is it a bounce back year for Trevor Lawrence? And then you have, obviously, CJ Stroud, sophomore slump or not, on a loaded fucking roster. And who thought we'd say Houston Texans are loaded? But let's be honest. Those are 3 teams right there in the AFC South. And then the Titans will say is not going to make it. So that's 6 teams right there. You still got the Steelers, the Browns, and the Ravens. And then you got the Jets in Miami and Buffalo. Do they come back or not? I'm going to say no.
Man. Okay.
Exactly, Trell. I don't believe 3 teams will get in the West.
Young Trail. All right, y'all. Hell yeah or hell no. The Dodgers, they add another big-time player to their squad. Kevin Biggio. Deuce Bigelow, hometown Gigolo. Biggio, Gigolo. Biggio, fucking out of the player. Will the Dodgers get back to the World Series? Hell yeah, hell no.
Hell yeah. The Dodgers are winning the World Series this year.
Ooh, you standing on that?
Not only get back, they're winning it all.
They
have to.
You put money on it?
Dave Roberts needs to be fired if they don't win it all. Real shit.
You don't fuck with Dave Roberts?
No, he should have 3 rings right now. He's fucking choked off more fucking pitching. He's had more fucking bad pitching.
That's the manager, ain't it?
Yes.
Why you blaming him? The players got to go out there and play, coach.
Because you don't know nothing about managing baseball.
Talk to me then.
Dave
Tell
Roberts
me real quick.
Pulls more people at the inopportune times. He's known for fucking up the mound.
Rhythms and shit.
He'll pull a pitcher when he's hot. He'll pull a pitcher when he's not. He'll put a pitcher out there that's cold. He fucks up more rotational.
He pull a pitcher when he pull a pitcher.
He should have at least 3.
Like he's a rapper right now.
They smoked the Rangers the other day, 15-2, but then they lost last night. Anyway.
Well, hey man, we gonna see, man. For Dodgers fan, we gonna see. We gonna end the show on something fun, man. You brought up this lady, man. I know she kind of criticized a little bit. Some people love her, some people hate her. I actually like some shit she said. Some shit I think she's a little too far. Nevertheless, she's very smart.
Is she the female Whitlock?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that. Now, some shit she said, I'm like, oh, wow. But some shit I'm like, you know what? Actually makes sense. So it's a good little balance. But you did ask the question. You asked the chat what they hit. So break down, let me hear from you, JB. What would you do? If given opportunity, if Candace Owens came to you, in your DM said, JB, I like what you stand for. I like that you preaching the right. I like that you preaching, the real shit in California, what needs to be done. I'd like for you to take me on a date. What you gonna say to Candace Owens right here?
First of all, let's just break down the optics. Juanzito, you already know what's happening. We at West Coast, we know what's happening. That throat is prime throat goat. That is the neck that we look for on a woman. I'm gonna keep it funky. I'm gonna keep it real. That is the neck that'll swallow a motherfucking golf ball through a water hose on a dry day with no water running into that motherfucker. This, I'm just telling you, that's the throat of what makes the world go round. I'm just telling you. That right there, to me, I'm a professional. Smitty, this is what you get.
Gawk, gawk, gawk. That's why it's called the gawk gawk. Because you're gawking it in the back of that throat. Gawk, gawk, gawk. That's why.
It's the third gawk that, like, I feel like someone's really back there. It's the third one. Hey, good looking woman though, man. I ain't gonna lie, good looking woman, beautiful.
I don't know if she's that good looking. She's caked up with makeup. But so I'm not a makeup.
Well, I
guy.
never seen her when she washed her face, but in this picture, I'm looking at this picture. Good skin, nice lips, eyes is cool. Yeah. I don't know what the body look like at all because this picture just shoulders up. So I have no idea how tall she is, the body, lack thereof. I have no idea. But she cool, peeps. She cool, peeps.
Yeah, I like her. I like her a lot. No, Gorgon, I didn't know she had any kids or married. I don't give a fuck either. I don't know if you realize that. I don't know if you, by now, Gorgon, 5 years in, have you been on my show for, 3-4 years? If you haven't known I don't give a fuck by now, then it's on you. That's a you problem, Gorgon, not my problem. That's a fucking you problem, Gorgon. Let's just keep it real. I don't need to know if she's got kids or any of that. I don't give a fuck. Like, have you realized that yet? God damn, homie. That's like leading fucking to the horse to teach him how to drink and the motherfucker won't drink.
You can't force him to drink. You can take to the water though, JB.
Damn, homie.
Well, we appreciate
y'all.
Gorgon,
I appreciate you letting us know, Gorgon. But really, Gorgon, you didn't have to let us know. We didn't give a fuck.
Appreciate
hey, listen,
y'all,
no disrespect to her kids or anything. We didn't disrespect her kids or nothing. We're just talking about her makeup. I don't like her makeup. That's my opinion. She doesn't like shit on me, I'm sure. It looks too caked on, baby girl. It looks like thick, like it's like 2 layers of thick makeup. I don't like that shit. I think natural beauty with no makeup is my thing.
Well, that was one picture.
No makeup is my thing, Smitty. I'm just gonna keep it real.
My girl don't wear makeup. My girl just do like she puts lip gloss on, keep the lips juicy. You know what I mean?
No makeup is my thing.
You cool with lashes though, right? Lashes are cool.
Fake lashes?
Whatever. Lashes are cool.
I don't do fake lashes.
See, you don't like.
I don't like fake shit. I don't like fake ass. I don't like fake titties. I don't like the fake shit. I don't like the fake lips.
All you mess with is the white girl. So
most sisters used to not be fake.
I don't fuck with none of the other shit either. I'm saying,
I'm just saying, sisters used to be the natural beautiful. Woo,
they still are. They still are.
So why are you bringing it up?
They still are. I'm talking about the lashes though. Black women wear lashes. Black women will put a weave in.
No shit.
They put a weave in. Like that's okay. Then I'm not talking about no fake ass shit.
I used to fuck with Shamika Waugh.
You used to, motherfucker. You ain't the same no more.
Shamika Waugh.
You didn't got.
Hold on. Let's spell Shamika Waugh.
That's a regular name. Shamika Waugh. Yes. SHEMEKAWA. Motherfucker. Shamika Waugh.
Actually, this one is a UWA.
Same shit.
Shamika Waugh.
Yeah.
Used to have straight up naughty head, short, short blonde, old school Ursula from fucking Set It Off. If you don't know about Ursula, Set It Off. Ursula in Set It Off is one of the baddest females on planet Earth. Just throwing that out there. That is Amber Rose before she was Amber Rose.
That was Queen Latifah girlfriend.
I'm just throwing out shit because I'm a fucking savant.
Queen Latifah girlfriend.
I know.
I
know all.
Shake my hand on that one though.
Who?
Shake my hand on Ursula.
You don't know about Ursula.
I just told you that's Queen Latifah. We just agreed. We on the same page.
So
motherfucker hate agreeing with me.
I used to fuck with a naughty head. Her name was Nova.
That sounds like a cold piece. Nova.
She had I met her. I picked her up at a bus stop.
For real. Come on in with
I rolled up on her on the bus stop back in Long Beach, Quanzito in Long Beach on the.
What'd you say to her?
On the west side.
What'd you say to her?
I just pulled up on her. I had a Blazer. I had a Chevy Blazer with tri-spokes.
Yeah. Okay.
The tri-rim.
Yeah.
AMGs.
Okay.
Lowered, all tinted, black, major beat. How old was I? 17.
Woo-wee.
Me and the homie pulled up. Boom. Bus stop. I saw a naughty head. I saw short hair, light skin. I pulled right on her. What's her name? Nova. I'm like, shit, she give you a name. You got to actually.
Did you get out the car? Or did you just kind of stay in the car?
You don't get out the car.
So you roll the window down, kind of lean forward?
It could also be a setup. she could have her home.
What'd you say? Like, what's your first thing? Like, is that
I'm like, girl, why you at the bus stop?
Ooh,
she, what you mean? That's the dialogue. You open the dialogue.
I mean, that's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Wheel her in.
What you mean? What you mean? What I mean? Why is your fine ass at the bus stop
and not in my car right now?
Why wouldn't you let me roll you to the crib?
And then what happened when you got to the crib?
No, don't worry about all that.
Okay, Jeff, he said,
but that's the first time I got the clap, homie. But anyway,
I would have kept that to myself. All right, then, y'all have a good one, man. Y'all enjoy.
I didn't even hit.
It's our best show we've had
crazy part.
In the studio. We continue getting better. I's gonna keep getting better. I'm gonna keep talking over JB. Bill's gonna keep getting better.
Lucy said so romantic.
We appreciate.
Hey, Lucy, it wasn't on me, Lucy. It wasn't on me though.
Lucy, a real one too.
Hey, the finest girl was a stripper. She was at a stripper spot right here in Orange County. Her name was
Speaking of, if we ever do a Saturday show, like a special edition members only show down out here, since we downtown, it's a strip club that I've been to like once. It's getting rebranded. Boss Lady, Snoop Dogg's wife, owns it now. They got all new talent, all new talent, all new fucking setup.
I can't go to Bar no more though.
Why?
Because most of like all my.
No, this is different. You good? All the girls used to mess with us long.
Oh, I know that. I know. They're my age.
They older than
what I'm saying is just like I have this like it's like everyone has their thing, like a knack, like attraction. People attract. They love me, dog. I just can't do it. I can't fuck with stripping no more. They'll come home with me and all that. I don't.
Just go with me one time for me.
I mean, I'm just telling you.
For me though, like for your brother.
I hear you, but it's just gonna be a lot of shit. I'm just telling you.
That's okay. Appreciate y'all remember tuning in, man. We got one more show for the week tomorrow. Gonna be back at the crib.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be back at the crib.
Back at the crib,
so that way I don't have to drive all these.
I can't drive this far. Pay all this money.
Fresh look. We give you 2 different looks, 4, 5, 6 times a week, depending, because we might do a show on a weekend or a night show or something. You never know, but you get at least 5.
Coach Rowe, you already know, Coach Rowe, that glitter get you, won't it? That glitter gets you. You got
I don't do it.
Change that shirt quick, boy.
I don't do it. I don't do it. Why you gotta change the shirt though?
All right, man. Hey, we love y'all. Y'all be blessed, man. Enjoy y'all Thursday. If y'all need us, hit us up. JB gonna be in the Discord today. He ain't got no choice. All the chats. Why don't be safe? I hope you know how to swim.
You know what I can't. You know what I do miss? I can't smoke a fucking stick in here.
Yes, you're getting healthier in this motherfucker.
No, I smoke on the way in too.
I love it.
I smoke at 4 a.m.
Not enough though. That's one though.
It don't matter.
The ride is so quick, you only get one in. The normal show away.
Thank you, Grandmaster Wu. I need cigars, homie.
I'm trying to end the show, JB. You keep cutting me off to my end the show. I'm gonna try it again. Don't cut me off. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all again for tuning in. We back in the studio, man. It was I think our best show in the studio. We keep getting better and better and better. Brick upon brick, sound getting better, videos getting better, production getting better, new sevens getting better. Shout out to Bailey, our young producer.
Get a poll question. They like our handheld mic over there?
Did y'all like the handheld mic? Did y'all like the handheld mic? Let us know
Bring it over
in
here.
the ISO share, the handheld mic.
I want to see Smitty move around some more. He's struggling. He got a stiff ass back. You like this? Oh, it reaches right there?
Yeah, reach over here.
Guest in right here.
My name, Big Smitty. Rap game easy. My name, Big Smitty. Rap game easy. I spin around these haters like my name, D. Freeney. You say you the freshest, man. You gotta be kidding me. You is cold, but man, I'm freezing. Put my old school bars on was young. I like the mic, man. Let me know what y'all think. Okay. JB on the beat. I said, JB on the beat. He got the fans on their feet. He got the hoes everywhere, and they bouncing on the meat. It's Big Smitty. Don't forget the JB. We always come with the fire. We always come with the heat. Brand new studio in downtown LA. You mess with us, what you gonna get? Hey, man, we gonna see y'all boys tomorrow, man. I gotta go to work. I might get fired. I need this money. Baby girl, we in the Discord. Hit up JB in the Discord right now. He'll get all these about the party. We turning up. We gonna see y'all tomorrow, man. 3, 2, 1, baby, take it away.
Get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing. We